Last time on the Hoard, we were sent to do a task by the Drow after failing at the mission quite considerably. It appeared to be an issue, but we got it done with our new companion, Kyogg, who seems quite, how do I put it, confident in his abilities. Upon returning with the slain beasts, we were offered a different reward. Some potions of demon blood in order to strengthen our orcs to momentous strength. We decided to take them, thinking that half the magical weapons would not be sufficient. Upon returning to the camp, we find it in a sorry state, people in a panic. It seems that we are uprooting after the failed mission. The humans know where we are. We are being sent on a mission to clear out a Drow temple as a new base of operations. I don't know if I missed anything.
That was the majority of what you needed to get. So as you guys gather yourselves out after the day, the Horde is gathering their supplies as you have returned back to the thing and given your report of the occurrences of the day. You look over to see Soul Raver, his large blue Oni form, kind of judging what's going on with a bit of a smirk, not quite sure what to think of this group. As the one giant troll you guys says before kind of scratches his head, probably wondering where his son is, but isn't too concerned by the looks of things. As he kind of just has Pooter and Perker on his shoulders. Ruffs is gathering the supplies and gear as you guys seem to be getting ready to head out towards camp. As you guys gather your things together and you move forward, the war chief approaches the lot of you.
So it would appear all of you have returned back to camp. But we now need you to do a new mission for us.
Of course, my warlord. What is it?
This new camp we have at the temple, we need it cleared out of any sort of dangers. We figured you and your ilk would be prime suspects to do the first run-through of this place.
Rasha her ears kind of just flatten a little bit down. It's like, yes, of course. I'd be more than honored to scout ahead.
Indeed. If you make it back alive, we will forgive your recent failures.
Oh, speaking of which, who had the potions?
Artanovic.
Rasha's gonna wave him down and tell him to come over. It's probably best that we do not carry these on our person then, in case we fall.
Do you
again?
So Turvik hands the potions over, I'm assuming?
Yeah, he can hand them over.
As Brugo looks over at you,
Artanovic, good to see you again.
As he takes the
It has been an age.
Indeed. But what are these, Raz? Rasha, these are not the magical weapons we sent you to get.
These are something that I think could be of great importance for our Horde numbers. Something that can bolster us.
Oh, and what is
The Drow told us they were demon blood. Supposedly, if an orc drinks it on a full moon, they will, turn into an even bigger monster. Supposedly it can increase their strength tenfold.
Brugo kind of looks at the potions.
I suppose we will have to see.
Maybe it'd be
better.
best to have... Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
Perhaps it'd be best to have Ember Flicker look at it for a while.
Indeed. Ember Flicker!
Yes, Oh, it's you lot.
Yes, the fools have returned, but do not worry. One way or the other, they will make themselves useful. But they have brought back some interesting vials of demon blood. Apparently, the drow promised it will make our warriors stronger. I wish you to look into these.
Very well, my chieftain, it shall be done.
Brugo looks back at the lot of you.
In any case, gather what you need. We need to break camp immediately before these smoothskins come and get us.
Alright. Just gonna look to the rest of the party. We better get started then. Start clearing the way.
War Chief, it is important to note that the drow did mention that imbibing the potion would cause said orc to lose their mind.
This is useful information. Thank you, Artonavi. This will be taken note when we do this. We will only make sure our strongest warriors with the strongest will take it to hopefully offset this disaster.
Perhaps some restraints would be a good safety precaution.
Indeed. Also, I'm glad to see Kyrog is here.
The pleasure is all mine.
You get a hefty snort from Eternovic.
Well, you will be stuck with these few for a time being. But you will
As
soon...
I had been informed, I do intend to make my stay a pleasant one, at least for myself.
Well, in any case, you will be responsible for them at the moment. It would seem all the others I have put in charge,
He looks directly at Rasha.
have not been the most perfect in keeping these people under wraps.
Rasha just kind of looks down, she just looks completely just defeated. Like, yeah, okay. But then there's just a moment where she just kind of clenched her fist, like, okay, I will claw my way back out of this if I have to, even if it kills me.
Very
I guess Kyorg will nod in agreement, but remembering how the battle went, I think he will value the respect of the team he's actually going to be working with. So rather than give any kind of verbal agreement, he will just sort of nod, but then sort of attempt to remain equal with the rest of his team.
I will overcome the urge to roll my eyes. That it would be very obvious since they are bright and burning.
No, Rasha just put some more good grapes in them, good berries again in them. Just kidding.
War Chief, if you don't mind me asking, do you intend for me to continue accompanying this lot?
For the time being, though, Vic, you have returned back. You will have yourselves ready. Rasnath, on the other hand, will be put forward for his involvement in the situation.
I resent this.
Brugo kind of looks over at you and goes,
Good. Perhaps if you resent it enough, you won't let it happen again.
as he looks over.
Any case, get the others together. We must leave immediately.
At once.
Itonovic, as was earlier commanded, packs his belongings, i.e. he picks up his great axe.
His only possession. That matters.
I don't know if Porostix gets a new lance, he'll take his halberd back.
Oh, actually, speaking of which, we need to get a new flag for him.
Flag. I try and not be sad. As I like.
Grommelgrim's noticing you don't have your
Grommelgrim. Yeah.
You're saying,
Well,
Michael?
Porostix.
Yeah.
When that temple is cleared out, I want a full report of everything that happened while you were out in the field.
The fire he has for his eyes kind of fades slightly and he tries not to move his hands into a face palm movement, but oh, he does it. He's done. He's done. He's like, yes, sure, of course, yep.
And where is
You'll
your
be very
flag?
At the battle with that you've heard from Raznoth, surely. I fell and no one has recovered it, but I assume Conan has it, and if he brings it, I will tear it off his hands.
Strangle him with it if you can.
It'll be great. If I could. I'll let you know.
In the meantime, he'll pull out a new flag for you.
But he's the best dad! I don't want to fail him! I mean, yeah.
But
What's this?
Porostix. Should this next mission go poorly, it seems that I must mark you as a failure. I'd hope you didn't do that.
Will doesn't say anything, he just does a slight nod.
I will continue to be impressed by how you seem to be prepared for everything.
And you. I admire your cunning, but do not leave the mission before it's completed one way or the other. That is your last warning, Raznoth.
May I point out that had I not left the mission, they would have found the location of the camp and would have had anyone.
You should have stuck around to make sure the mission didn't fail to begin with. And Grommelgrim will turn and walk away.
Okay. So as you guys start gathering yourselves together, getting your stuff, Gazrog,
I do have my pike. I just have to attach it. Yep.
yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Gazrog the slaver is getting about. You just hear the little voice of Holy Meat going, "Eh? Are we going on a trip again already? I thought we just got back." Eh. You guys, gather yourselves.
I do give the halberd back to Novik and then just say like a brief thanks.
Yeah, he'll give you like a little solemn nod.
And then I should turn away and try not to fail again. Ah, best dad. Grommelgrim, best dad.
I can see the picture now, Rash. Zaku will just make it just Porostix, just like standing over top of him, just like clapping his hands as he gets his new flag, and just Ember Flicker just probably.
So as you and the rest of the horde gather your gear together, get yourself, you guys get stuff together, grab your stuff, destroy as much as you can that you cannot take with you, as the horde breaks the camp, leaving the orc main camp behind and shatters, to try to hopefully fool the humans that this was not as organized as it seemed. for the sake of speediness, as you guys march through, it takes you and the Hoard army 1 week to reach the Fallen Temple from here. Due to the fact you are traveling with an entire army, random encounters will not be a concern.
You run into a wolfpack, it ravages the whole army. The Horde is done.
Super
Oh,
donkey
wow.
ends
Run
you
into a
all.
single gnome.
Little did you know that gnome was a 20th level spellcaster.
Know what happens is
It
you
had
run into the
fireballs for
ghost.
cantrips.
You run into the ghost of Druckle upon his spiritual dark donkey, as he is the new Ghost Rider.
Y'all seek to bring balance to the world.
Keith, you broke my spirit with one sentence.
Y'all didn't think I'd come back, did ya?
Oh, fuck off.
Contrary, Drackle. I really hoped so I could kill you again.
Also, it should be said for those of you who have not, you have taken a long rest, please do that.
You've taken several long rests, in fact, so...
I'm
hold
still
on,
missing
man.
HP because Rasha fucking punched me.
Well, we took a long rest, so it's,
Dude,
I took
I must
I
have
took
punched
damage
him
from you too, so don't worry.
Punch him every
Did we
day.
take a long rest between that?
Dude, it's 7
It's
days. You guys have had 7
right,
long rests
sorry,
before you
opposite.
reach the temple.
No, Rasha just keeps like hitting you once a day. She's like, one day.
It's,
Rasha
it's
just
Rosh's
exchange
morning.
fucking attacks every day.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask this before. Since we're having an automatic 7-day time skip imposed on us, how exactly would I prepare a ritual?
You think a ritual spell?
Yes.
Sorcerers don't get ritual casting, right?
I
do
think
not.
they have access to
Nope.
some ritual spells, maybe.
They
They
have
don't
access
get
to
ritual
spells.
casting. They don't have
They
the
can't
ritual
ritual
casting
cast.
feature.
Hmm.
I think you would need to take the ritual casting feat.
Yeah, that's the only way to get rituals as a sorcerer.
Oh, there you go.
Is bards are the other ones that don't have ritual casting?
Bards do
What do
have
you
ritual
about-
casting.
They do have ritual casting.
It's just, I'm pretty
sorcerer.
sure it's
I
just
can't remember
everyone but
for some
sorcerers.
reason.
That wasn't
And
actually
half
where
cost.
sorcerers didn't have ritual casting.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
only for the
Never
full
mind.
cast.
I only remember that because Dan is like the sorcerer man, and I was discussing it with him like a year ago.
I just basically wanted to think if there was a way that I could like prepare myself, considering I'm having a forced 7-day time skip, and I want to imagine Kyorg is at least somewhat competent.
No, well, as a sorcerer, you kind of just have the spells you know. There's no like really preparation involved.
Yeah, you're basically...
Okay.
Sorcerers are like innately powerful. Like all your magic is innate. It's not something you prepare, it's something you are.
Well, in the meantime, I guess
Okie dokie.
if it's all right, I'm going to keep making good berries. Just keep everybody fed. In the meantime.
I mean, it's fair. As you guys move along the journey, it does take obviously a while because it's a, like I say, 7-day journey. If there's anything you guys wish to speak with each other before you reach the temple, feel free.
I'll just give
Oh.
Rasha dirty glances every time she wanders into my vision.
Rasha is just gonna fake, like she's going to, like taunt, like she's about to punch him, but actually doesn't. Like kind of fake him out.
Made you
I would
flinch.
say he would flinch the first time, and then every other time he would just like stare you down, like daring you to do it.
Rasha just thinks to herself, like, I probably could get away with it, but I just don't really have the. If I get ambushed, then I'm going to have to be at a disadvantage now too.
I just like the idea that Flesh Reaver's just like, you guys cut it out or we're going to turn this army around.
No,
right back in that ambush.
Just be like, I'd rather die in honor than listen to you idiots anymore.
Yeah,
Considering how many idiots you've lost on the way.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think our group is just trimming out the fat of the horde.
Yeah,
that's one way
You
to
know,
describe
Pat-
you guys.
yeah, fat is actually like really useful for a army who needs to like throw in cannon fodder.
I know, but it's the expression I'm just going with, like kind of all the useless stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Mostly.
anyways, if you guys don't have anything you'd like, any conversations you would like for this time being, we will say the 7 days pass without incident. As you approach this area of this large, dark, mountainous area, and after a couple more days of searching, you guys find what looks to be this massive underground mountainous temple. The party is led through it with the army as you guys come across these giant stone doors, and on the doors you see what can only be described as a symbol of Loth. Giant spiders kind of just drape over top with their pincers, as you see kind of like cross blades on the locks itself.
Well, it would look like we
Heath,
have...
before we actually enter the temple itself, sorry.
Yep.
Would it be all right if I roll a perception check for the area leading up towards the temple to see if maybe any strewn or discarded items had come by? I'm not expecting much, but I just want to see, just in case.
Sure. If you're looking for something specific, it's investigation. If you're just trying to glance about to see generally there, that's perception. So, take your pick.
All right. Well, can I do both?
Generally it's one or the other, unless you want someone to do. I'll let 2 people roll one each, but generally not both. Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got perception. If anyone else has investigation, I just kind of want to see if whether or not before we actually get to this temple, if there's anything that might tell us more about it or be helpful, on the path to it or just outside of it.
Sadly, my best thing is perception. So.
Well, all right. I'll roll perception. I guess
Right.
anyone can roll investigation should they choose.
You can do it. Raz can do investigation.
Yeah.
You do it.
I keep
But you
forgetting
have
I
to,
can-
like, I guess I guess he would. Sure.
Okay.
Nice.
So your perception, you don't find anything that seems to be dangerous or out of the ordinary as you wander through these dark tunnels. Or as honest, if you kind of do a searching and investigation, you guys look about, and you find that for the most part, you don't see anything dark. You don't see. You find that this place has been abandoned for generations. It is just cake dust. Nothing living has been down here for ages.
What a dried husk of a shell.
Are we standing outside the temple right now with the rest of the Horde army?
Yeah, you guys are basically right outside the temple gates.
All right. Would it be okay for Rasha to? Sorry.
I think that is the point of us being here.
Rasha. I'm going to say Rasha the night before used all her spell slots to make good berries, and she's going to go and find Tough before she enters the tomb and says, "Here, I want you to give these out to some of the members of the Horde. Let Grima rest for a bit. She's probably exhausted."
Okay, so you guys hand out food for the good berries for some of the Horde.
No, I'm making Tough do it.
Okay.
I gotta go in and take care of this dungeon.
Tough does it, yeah. You realize that does waste a spell slot, right?
No, I'm doing it. I was doing it. They last for 24 hours.
Okay.
So I had a long rest before then.
Okay.
So,
So
Heath,
Yes.
do you want me to take over now?
Yeah, I will. Let's just as soon as we get this set up as we enter the temple, Michael. Just 1 second. The leader's got to say
Alright.
something.
Okay.
As he looks over and goes,
Well, we are here now. It is time for all of you to discover what is in there waiting for us. Do your best to survive. Or at the very least, activate as many traps as possible.
All right,
Everything
Raz.
is all along for this purpose.
Hey, Raz, you want to go and take first step?
He just stares at you.
Behave and focus, the both of you, lest we all lose our heads from such incompetence.
Fine. In the meantime, it'd probably be best if we else detected magic or traps or something like that before we enter. Might be
Bold
good.
of you to assume I can do that.
Well, luckily one of us actually has that, can do that. And she is going to start, Wait, does anybody actually have detect magic other than me?
No, Raznot is fully kitted out just to kill shit.
Shit, I was going to say one of us should cast detect poison and disease and one of us casts detect magic, but I guess I'll do detect magic then.
Well,
As a
some of
ritual.
us can't just change spells at will.
I can't do it either. Well, I guess
Yes, you can! You're a druid!
I have to wait till long rest. I can just do it willy-nilly.
Yeah, wizards can too. The problem is they need to find the spells first.
Yeah,
Yes.
fair enough. Okay. Well, would you guys prefer to poison or magic?
I'm already dead, so I vote magic.
Well, it is a drow temple, so poison seems wise.
If you're
Garrick?
asking for a vote, I believe I should cast a vote towards magic.
And Gaz?
Storm, you're muted if you're talking.
No, he's typing.
Oh.
He's
Oh.
dipping.
All right. Well, it seems like
Yeah, sorry guys.
Oh, no
Yeah,
worries,
it's alright.
Storm.
That's
Fucking up.
so good, my dude.
Yeah, see
Alright.
man.
Good luck.
I'll run your
Oh,
character
needed.
for you just so there's a
Oh,
balance.
good. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see. Actually, I
Holy
got an
meat
idea.
takes over. Yeah!
No!
I'm in charge now!
Gazar just goes, and Holy Meat just goes, ah.
I'm the puppet master now!
Heath,
Actually,
I'm sorry
paladins
I
can.
missed the last bit of a lot of our different sessions. Are we all still level 2?
You're all
No,
level
level
3.
three.
You've been level 3 the whole time. Did you forget to level up to level 3? You're level 3.
Did I?
No,
I
you're
am
level 3.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah, I'm looking at your spells. You got second level spell slots. You're level 3.
Yeah.
Rasha is going to
Oh,
go to
very-
Holy Meat and tap him on the shoulder and say, "Hey, if you can do me a favor, since you seem to be very much better than the head than some of the other folks I have with us, would you be willing to cast detect poison disease for me?" She's talking to Holy Meat.
Well, Raznot doesn't have... Gazrock doesn't have that spell.
Yeah, it does. Paladins have detect
They
evil.
can have it.
Oh, he doesn't. They don't have it prepared.
Yeah. He
Yeah, I was
doesn't have
hoping
it
that
prepared.
Son of a bitch! What does he have prepared?
Paladins don't even
I'll be right
prepare
back.
spells,
I
they
heard
know
Muffin
spells.
walking, and that concerns me.
Oh, I was like, he has... Yeah, Shield of Faith,
Oh, its range is the
Cure Wounds, Compel Dual Command, Bless.
Well, okay. I guess let's just hope there's.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm actually very torn on which one I want to do: detect poison or disease, or detect magic, because it is a drow temple.
Hey Heath, while Andy mulls that over, can I ask, would I be allowed to roll a couple checks with my alchemist supplies to see if, in all that time Raznot was away, if he managed to make anything for the Hoard? He won't
what
have
were-
them in his inventory. I want to see if he can make stuff to supply the Hoard.
Sure, what were you trying to make?
I want to think maybe like he would focus on like alchemist's fire. That's what it's called, right?
Bale, there's
basically a
Alchemist Fire.
firebomb.
Okay, sure, you can do that. That's going to be high DC, because that's a rather difficult thing to create, but I'll allow it.
I'll try it anyway. He had time. Just alchemist supplies with intelligence.
You know what? Okay, I'm going to go with detect magic as a ritual casting.
I'll allow you to do it twice
Right.
more.
Twice more. Okay. Wow. And last one.
Okay,
Okay.
so you create
Hell yeah.
none. You for the time you were gone, you were bubbling and churning, trying to create alchemist fire. One day, you almost caught your robe on fire for a minute. You didn't have the best time making this stuff, unfortunately. No.
6.
Oh well.
Dang.
Okay, so as you guys enter in there, you find the large stone hallway you are. Enter the door, and at this point, Michael, you may take over as we flip over to the Temple of Loth.
So, as you descend the stairs further and further underground, you see hallways, decrepit and old, covered in cobwebs and dust. The stone floor, chiseled, carved fairly smoothly, and there is a certain elegance left to this place abandoned by time. As you push your way forward, you start walking down a long hallway. At the end of it, you find a large stone door, flanked on either side with what appears to be stone coffins. Can you guys see the entrance hallway?
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. Do you proceed through the door?
Can I use my thieves' tools to detect for traps?
You may make an investigation check with your thieves' tools. Alright. So, as you're prodding this door, just searching for... Well, I'm going to turn the music down a little bit for me.
Yeah, it's a bit loud, so I'm gonna do
I
this.
got it, guys. 1 sec, I'll turn it down.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know it was universal.
So, as you start prodding the door, looking for any signs of traps or unfortunate mechanisms, you don't seem to find anything that would indicate such dubious devices within this large stone door.
Alright, I think it's safe. Can someone help me lift it up or pry it open?
Sure, I woke up to it.
Alright.
Dare I say, are we even certain that this place has any traps left?
It's always good to check.
It was built by Drow. I am certain there are still traps.
Alright, I guess me and Porter 6... Is it like a... You have to lift the door up, or is it a push door?
It's a push door.
Okay.
Split down the middle, you can push it over both sides. As you
There's
each
a
take...
sign that says push.
It is a push door here.
Okay.
As you, the two of you, the doors are, while the hinges are definitely rusty and hard to move, the doors are meant to be moved. So, despite their impressive size of stone make, you are able to push the doors open. Now the question is, how do I actually get rid of that for you so you can actually walk into the room?
Oh, you just drag their tokens over, Michael.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you know what? Is there if I retroactively choose detect poison and set magic since nothing has come up yet?
Sure, I'll allow it, I guess, Michael. It's nothing's...
Yeah, no, I'll let you do it. You're in the
Alright,
right
cheers. Thank you.
So, as you all step into this, what seems to be entry hallway, you immediately notice... Resnoth moved. There we are. So...
Hey, sorry, real quick. Is the dynamic lighting working for anyone else? Because I still can only see the first room.
Yeah.
Same here.
I was
1
about to
second,
say that.
guys. I know what the problem is.
Thank you, Heath.
What?
Okay, cool. Thank
Michael's
you.
got to reveal things.
Oh, shoot. How do I do that?
I got it. I'll reveal, man.
Alright, thank you. So,
Wait, does anybody not have dark vision? I just want to make sure.
you all should.
I do not have dark vision.
You do
You're
not?
out.
Okay.
You're an orc. You should have dark vision.
Maybe I just didn't activate your token. Give me a second. That's sight. No, you have dark vision on. Can you not see anything on the map, Jet?
I'm wondering if maybe it's a glitch on my side. It was a glitch on my side.
Okay.
Oh, just lead?
I
Okay.
just had to reload.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
So, as you all enter into this entry chamber, you see a large room. On it, on either side, flanking you, you see large pillars holding up the structure of this area. Also pressed against the wall look to be more coffins, and what catches your attention in the center of the room seems to be a statue made of what seems to be iron and ivory. A statue of a female drow figure holding some sort of whip. Upon closer inspection, you actually notice that the whip itself is not actually made of iron and ivory, but is actually some form of cloth or silk. It's hard to say from this distance.
Is she hot?
For an elf, 6 out of 10. She's got a real scowl on her.
Okay.
So Raznoth's type.
Exactly.
Raj, is it the same kind of whip that other chick had? The other draw.
She had like
Yeah.
snakes.
Yeah.
Would you like to? Would you like to get closer to inspect?
Sure, but Rasha is going to take
I
out
want
her.
everyone to hold position for a moment.
All right.
Would we say that history would allow me to take from previous missions this obvious trap setup to let the... Can we say that I understand that there is obviously a trap right here?
You can definitely
It might
suspect
not
it,
be.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna
Not
tell you
be.
no, but that's first off. Generally, ask first, then roll. Second off, from that, yeah, from a history check, you're not necessarily gonna know if there are traps in the area. You know, drow typically are a secretive sort. You know
So
that
what I mean by the history check was more or less my own history, as in to say I've been in situations similar to this room.
you are allowed to make whatever inferences you want that you think your character would know.
All
If I'm
right.
not mistaken, your character has not really had too many dealings with drow and not necessarily familiar with their culture, so I would probably say you can take a guess, maybe, but
I would think, just for roleplay stuff, I would think that probably Raznoth would have had the most dealings with drow, being the only person in the party right now not from the valley.
also, where's Jet's token?
He's underneath
Underneath
Porus.
mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get out of the way. Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, it's underneath Porus.
It's me.
Yeah, sorry.
Me.
For some reason,
Okay, so
I was gonna spray out just so you know, everybody's.
I'll just do that.
That's sweet. Rasha was going to take her shitty longbow and just begin tapping the stone tiles of the floor. Just to make sure that none of them are pressure plated.
Alright. You may make an investigation check.
You all?
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, just Russia.
Feeling around with your stick, the stonework doesn't seem to be nothing seems to be out of place. It's smooth, it's old. There are different things in the brickwork, but it's nothing that catches your attention.
Okay.
I would infer the rest of this party a quick question. Are we at all concerned with the integrity of this room?
Yes, because the entire point of being here is to make it our base of operations.
It is.
That being said, we wouldn't have any problems with initial damage before the move-in, correct?
I mean, as long as it is not structural damage, I suppose not.
I'm afraid I'll have to I'll have to ask for apologies on the structural damage. I believe I'm going to preemptively start an attack. I want to attack this coffin right here because I'm very suspicious about these sealed containers in a very ancient room.
Alright. How are you attacking the coffin?
Magically. I will cast Magic Missile, I believe. Wait, I have that, don't I? I can never remember my own spells.
Yeah, I think you used it last time.
Yeah. So, I'm going to cast Magic Missile. In fact, you know what? Let's spread that out a little bit. I think I'll send one dart this way, one dart this way, and one dart here.
Okay. I will let you know that your character would know that these are stone coffins, so they will take a little bit more force than a single missile to be able to actually crack them open and break them.
I'm not necessarily looking to crack them open. I'm more or less looking to disturb them.
Why wouldn't you just use a cantrip for that? Just hit one.
Because I wanted to hit more than one.
You
Okay.
can cast
The
as many
cantrip
cantrips as you want, man. They're infinite.
Well, I guess you got. I was expecting you guys to tell me that you would only allow me to do one before something else happens. Otherwise, I could sit here forever, just start pinging everything. But
Yeah, but if
mean-
something happens, then you've just used a spell slot.
Exactly.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, also, Rasha is
Um,
just feeling too depressed to even argue against you because apparently now you're the favorite of the Horde. She's like,
Rather
whatever.
than someone else to do something stupid.
So Rasha
I'm
just
ready
doesn't
to
give a
do
shit.
something stupid, but you can do it first if you want.
I mean, you guys can do stupid things together.
I mean,
First
dare I
takes you take one
say,
up and-
the whole reason why this party came in this room in the beginning is because they're wanting us to do something stupid.
But
That's
they
true.
want us to explore the entire dungeon. Like, we have to go through this entire thing.
I mean, okay,
It's a-
you take a firebolt, I'll take a thorn whip at one of these, okay? If,
all right,
if that's what you think, okay?
This one here. If you're going for this one, then I will go ahead and throw a firebolt at this one.
Alright. Rasha trusts Kyrog. I will cast Thorn Whip then.
Alright, and Kairo, can you move yourself in a position to where you can get line of sight on the coffin you're aiming at?
Well,
That's
why
what
does
I'm
everyone
looking
call,
for.
call him Kyrog? That
Kyorg?
it genuinely bugs me a
Kyorg,
little
yeah, I
bit.
know.
It's very clearly
Is that not how you
Kyrog.
pronounce it? Kyrog?
It's
Sorry.
Kyorg.
I don't know, Kyrog just sounds orcish to me.
It's
I
the
get-
or part.
It's the Canadian pronunciation of Kyrog.
Kyorg, can you move yourself into a position to where you can get line of sight at the coffin you're aiming at?
I do have line of sight.
No.
Now, like,
These pillars are in the way.
yeah, like.
Oh, I mean, the light lets me see it.
You can catch the corner of it if you want to have 3/4 cover.
Yeah, like, it's not a clean shot.
You need to have the this like light area needs to like have a shaft that kind of.
Oh, it did have a shaft.
Oh yeah,
Did it?
I saw like half the coffin through the light.
it's like a bit,
but okay.
half of the
Oh yeah,
coffin.
slightly, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh, there's so much
Huh.
of this map, I can sense it. Because it's so slow for me.
Alright, so, as you two move into position to cast your spells, I would like you to make your spells, please.
Okay.
Since it is a structure, it does have AC. We'll say, for the sake of this, since it is stone, we'll make it AC 15.
AC 15. So I can actually fail a firebolt against a single target that's not moving and hasn't moved for millennia.
Yeah, it's too hard.
Yeah.
It's
Is
too
it prone?
hard.
It's
It's too hard.
So Rasha, as you take out your whip and you crack against the stonework, you do leave some scratches against it, but nothing seems to like indicate actual damage. Kyorg, as you unleash your firebolt into the side of the coffin, it hits and you see a little scorch mark, but there doesn't seem to be any damage to it either.
Very
Uh,
well. Let's move on.
So I hate to be a spoiler talk, but I can see an aura around this thing. Just heads up.
That's just a light.
The light,
okay.
yeah, it's light.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the light. Yeah, there is a light here that seems to be magically burning in the center of the room.
Ooh, can I roll an Arcana check on it?
Is it above? Oh, sorry. You go first.
No, it's in the. Yeah, it is above. Yeah, you may, Rasnoth, if you wish to make an Arcana check, you may.
Yikes.
Not necessarily a hard DC to hit. It's you seem. While you are not a man who's been privy to a lot of magical equipment in your life, you do know that ever-burning glowing stones are a fairly common form of magic, especially in places that tend not to want to burn a lot of wax, or places that just don't want to be bothered with it. This is not anything special by any means.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, well, I guess we haven't really found anything in here, so Rosh is just going to shrug and walk over towards the statue.
Getting a closer look at the statue, again, you do see the signs of time kind of not so much wearing on it as it has been underground in a temple that has been sealed off for many a year. But you do see that it is covered with a thick layer of dust and cobwebs cover all over it. Looking at the whip, however, you do notice it does seem to be made of some sort of spider silk, and with the ends of it having these sort of like little metal balls on it that kind of have these little spikes on them that almost kind of look like spider legs.
I swear, the only thing the drow love more than traps is spiders.
It's the queen of them.
I woke up. Does it look like it can be removed?
Just make
The
me.
whip itself.
Yeah, looking at it, you don't see anything that's really holding it in place. It depends on how tightly the statue itself is gripping it.
Okay. I don't try, I just like think of the possibility.
I mean, is it even like actual spider silk, or is it just kind of just like a stone formation of it?
No, he
No.
said it was actual silk
Yeah.
before. Like, it was like a
Okay.
Yeah, like if you go and touch it, you can actually feel it's, and it's fairly well preserved. You, Raj, actually make me a nature check. Yeah, you would know by this point, like, if this temple is as old as it looks like, you know that spider silk doesn't necessarily last that long, even if left under good conditions. It should have decayed by now.
I kind of wish I took detect magic instead of poison, but whatever.
Or should we just like assess this room
So-
and move on to the one over to our
DM, how
left?
long have we been in this room thus far? Or how long since we've opened the door?
Probably with all
Minutes.
your poking and prodding, I'd probably give it maybe 5-7 minutes.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, I think Rosh is just going to shrug and say, well, let's not touch anything that we really shouldn't touch. Let's just move on and continue forth.
You know, I feel like the point is to touch as many things as possible.
I do have just a quick question about the map, Michael. So we have the light shafts of what we can see. Is the rest of the map like dim light, so we can actually still see, or is that supposed to be like obscured?
Right now, as far as you can tell, there are no other light sources that you can see from your current point of view.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
just
so it's-
asking because
so it's
we
light
have
shaft
the-
is only what we see.
Okay, so if this is like a light shaft here, I can't see anything over there. It's just the map isn't fully blacked out.
Yeah, it's because like the revealing thing.
Yeah.
they use.
Yep, that's all good. I just wanted to double check that so I didn't like metagame like, oh, there's a door over there.
No, you're good. You're good.
That being said, that since I was down over here in order to investigate this said coffin, would it be alright if I were to, I guess, ask what this object is?
Yeah, it seems like it just seems like a pillar.
That's
Just a pillar?
fine, Kyle.
Okay.
just disappeared because, yep, okay, cool.
He was
I
in the
understand
yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's just a pillar there for structural support, nothing more.
Yeah. No, I was just
Okay.
confused back then because I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I know what's happening now. I'm not a
Alright.
dumb bitch.
Is this a door? Just want to make.
Dumb bitches.
Okay.
You see another stone door similar to the one that you entered through originally to get here.
Well, I guess we should check out the rest of this room first before we move on.
Yes, I just do like a. I just walk around the perimeter of the room.
Same.
Just
There
see.
does appear
I-
to be another door to the north.
Yes.
So it would seem.
So walking around, you guys would see to your north there is another door there. You also are seeing on the edges of the hall there what seems to be some sort of structural damage. It looks like time has not completely left this place untouched. There are chunks of wall that are missing with dirt pouring in. Limes, it seems like some form of stone has decayed and withered over time to reveal parts of nature to this place.
Like, can we
Wait,
see outside
so
with it?
Oh god,
this
no! It's
particular-
dirt. It's buried.
Okay.
So we're underground. Okay.
Yeah, you've.
Well, it's inside of a mountain, so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if it was
It is
like the
also-
side of the mountain or if we're like in the mountain.
No,
Fair
you're
enough.
in the mountain.
It is also
Uh,
a drow temple, so typically, if it's drow related, it'll be underground.
What is that?
What is what?
This.
That would be what we call a chair, my friend.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So you
What
guys
it-
already like rolled a bunch of stuff for the whip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What other questions do you have, if you
Well,
any?
just inferred about the that it.
I was just thinking I
could
might roll
move.
another, like an investigation, just to get a better sense of what it is. If it's like an actual whip or if it's part of the statue.
As far as you
You
can
know,
tell,
actually, I want to, if possible, I wouldn't mind rolling an investigation check to see if it's some kind of trigger, if it would be removed. If it triggers some kind of mechanism.
okay. In that case, roll me an investigation check to see.
So
if
I'll
you...
move up to it very gingerly, and I'll roll my investigation.
All right, 21. So with a 21, you're able to see that yes, the whip can be removed. It shouldn't be too difficult to pull it out. But looking at it more closely, you are noticing and taking a quick peek down, kind of in the spaces between the whip and the statue. You do see something there that's giving you the inference that if you take this whip out, there is some sort of mechanism that may go off.
Okay. Do not touch the whip. It has a mechanism in it. Most likely some kind of booby trap.
Russia just peeks her head over and says, "That's what I said."
Opens the doors.
Yes, we should
The
probably
door's
keep
not
moving.
already open. Or
Well,
like the other doors where they can just be pushed open.
Which doors are you going to?
Raznoth isn't picking.
well, I say we go north.
Sure.
Yeah, hug a wall
Yeah.
so that we can be thorough.
Wait. Hey, can I? I'm gonna take out a piece of parchment and just write. I'm gonna write a note like, "Whip is booby trapped. Do not touch," and stick it to the statue.
Just has post-it notes in his pockets. That's what he made while he was making his alchemist kit. He made adhesives.
You know what? Sure. So, very quickly thinking to yourself, oh yeah, we should probably be looking for things. And just like very quickly scrolling down a note and just kind of like laying it at the feet of the statue of like, do not touch. You have a note there.
Yep.
Alright.
Well, because they want us to trigger traps. Raznoth doesn't want to trigger traps.
Let's see. That would just... There you go. I have put a little brown dot there.
Hell yeah.
All right, you guys want to continue forth, or anything else you guys want to see in this room?
No, I am
Alright, Rasha's gonna now inspect this door for any traps. Oh, did we lose somebody?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just breaking up, I think, but that's okay.
My internet crapped out. Sorry about that.
That's alright.
So, you guys are heading to the north, yes?
That's where Rasha is, at least. So,
Alright, so I'm assuming you're making it. That's for an investigation check.
yep, for the Thieves' Tools, yeah.
Looking at the door, taking a quick look, poking around, again using your thieves' tools, you are very confident, unusually so, that this door is not trapped.
Huh. Okay, Rasha just kind of scratches her chin, but like just shrugs, like I can't sense anything. So, I guess
I bet
let's.
it's DC 25. Get ready.
Hey, Heath,
Alright.
can I just ask Gazrog to follow me around?
sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just be like, if a spider falls on me, I would feel much better with you next to me.
Yeah, gotcha, buddy.
The ships have begun. The Raz North Gazrog ship has begun. The Gazraz.
Well, Rasha, let me open the door.
Of course. If you want. Do you want me to come and push alongside you?
So,
I mean, if it's trapped, you're
Yeah.
still alive. I've already died. I'm just
Fair
saying
enough.
it's probably more efficient this way.
Alright, fair enough. I'll be right behind you with healing spells then.
that he can't use.
You
Oh,
know
yeah.
very well that doesn't work on me as I push the door. Okay.
I keep forgetting. You're very animated, Potter Sticks.
So, as you open the door, one thing becomes very apparent. So you see a smaller hallway with a pillar at the other end of it. In front of that pillar is... Here, I will just move Russia and Poro Sticks over so they can see. Heath, can you open that? Can you turn on the lights for that area?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Thank you. You do see next to this pillar, though, near the end of the hallway. Well, beyond that first, I should mention there is more of a hallway. The stonework seems to be a bit more looser, but definitely still within the structural integrity of the rest of this temple. However, you do see in front of this pillar, though, a body. Not just that, though, a skeleton. It's
A friend.
Yes, brother.
You do see a skeleton. Over its remains, you see what seems to be a fine brown dust. Not brown. Fine gray dust. And you see that the bones sticking out from underneath it seem to be darkened.
Wait,
That's not good.
underneath the dust or underneath this whole skeleton?
Like the skeleton's bones are poking out from that you can see poking out of this gray dust.
Pile.
Yeah, is darkened.
Do I sense any poisons?
Are you casting a
This
spell?
appears to be.
Well,
some
I had a ritual
form
cast
of
beforehand.
Pyrotechnics.
How long does detect poison last?
About 10
And-
minutes.
You be nearing the end of your spell, but as far as you can tell, there's no poisons immediately around you.
Hmm. Alright.
I'd like to infer this body. How is it positioned?
You see that. You see as the body seems to be laying on its back, with its head facing towards the door.
Which door? Oh, the door we're in.
The one we're at, yeah.
On its
Yes.
back towards the door, so it was blown backwards.
Backwards, yeah.
Rash is gonna look up at the roof.
You look up at the roof. It is a ceiling with gray tiles. It's nice. It looks decent.
Okay.
So wait,
Oh,
so this this pillar right here, does it stretch all the way up to the ceiling?
It does.
And the body is not here, it's either to the one side or the other?
I had to put a token down somewhere. There works just fine.
I was just like, do the feet face the pillar and the head face the door?
Yeah,
Well,
that should
yeah.
be, yeah, I can turn that around, make a better visual.
Basically, I'm just wondering whether or not this pillar has had the ability to block... you know what? Alright. So, there's a fine layer of dust on the floor, too, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. As you look though, I would just say make
What I would like to
an
do
intelligence check. Just doing
from
personal.
this point right here, can I sort of shift the dust on the floor to see if the floor has changed color?
How are you, like, what spaces are you, like, how are you doing that?
So, like,
let me do it.
let me see if this square and this square are showing, like, a change in color. Like, so to speak, like, something has come through this pathway that this pillar has blocked partially.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Of course, it'd have to be investigation. Knew I wasn't going to do good on that.
No, it doesn't seem like there's anything really there about the color or anything like that. The dust seems to be fairly smooth, evened out, layered. You're not really interpreting much from this.
Gotcha.
I don't use the flag side, I use the handle side. And like try and just like clear a small hole, I guess, to see if the floor is a different color to the one that's next to it.
So wait,
Because I have reach with my pike.
Alright, so with that, you're checking this space and this space?
Yep.
Alright, so using your lance and pull, make me an investigation check.
Come on, we are definitely smart boys. Yeah, I have a brain in here.
Oh my god.
So, moving your lance around and poking and prodding, you don't seem to notice any difference in the coloration of the stonework. However, I will say, as you move your lance around the body, you do notice that I will say you can notice that the dust over the body seems to be a little different from that of the dust on the floor. It seems to be a bit finer, and as you pull your lance back with the flag, you notice that a lot of it's sticking to your flag, and that it's just sort of more of a gray powder, really.
Alright, I don't know what this is. Does anyone know what this is?
Nope.
Perhaps brimstone.
I mean, Rasha, if you would like to make an intelligence check to see if you know what that is now that you're actually looking at it.
Sure. Probably
Out.
not.
Good enough.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
As you're looking at this and you feel it, you're like, oh, that's ash.
Oh. I just sniff it. Yep. It smells like barbecue.
Did somebody
What's
say
it?
fireball?
No.
No, dead. So, as in, this guy became Ash?
More than likely. I don't see any other sources of fodder. One moment. Russia's gonna just take a moment just to scratch her chin and snap her fingers. She's like, okay, I might have a idea. Alright, Russia is going to say, everybody stay out of the room for 1 moment. I'm going to try something.
Sure. I go backwards. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Hello,
Rasha.
Rosno.
Rasha is then going to cast Absorb Elements and the Fire Elemental.
Okay.
Oh, that's not how absorb elements works.
Use
It
it as
says
a
it
reaction.
becomes resistant. Oh, is it reaction?
The
It's a reaction
reaction,
spell, man. Yeah.
I have a
It
different
doesn't say it's a
perspective.
reaction.
Yes, it does. I have it.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Okay, never mind then.
That did not link the.
Sorry, now I see. Okay, it's just there's just a bunch of shit that's attached to it, so it kind of just got muddled.
There you go. Include description.
You know what, Rasha? You know what? Rasha's brave enough. She's gonna take a step into the room. You know, take one for the team.
Michael.
All right.
Wait. Again, Michael.
Hold on. As you move forward, you do. As you move forward, you feel some shift under your weight as you hear low, and the
Yep.
pillar in front of you just drops like 2 stone panels, and you just see this gout of flame head towards you. I need you to make
Close the door.
I need you to make a dexterity
no.
saving throw.
All right. As a reaction, I am going to use Absorb Elements Fire Edition.
Alright.
Well, that's if I return fire with against a creature.
Yeah, the two is if you.
No, I know.
Push that down.
Yep. Make it. All right.
Natural fail, but the good thing I have that resistance.
On. How do I do a GM roll without?
So Michael, the GM, you know that little die? Just click on GM when it lighted up, and if it's lit up, it's a GM roll.
Oh, neat. All right. Well, now you guys.
Oh,
All right.
he says 35 points.
So, Rasha, your reaction time quick, and as you see this gout of flame heads towards you, it kind of sputters a bit, and you're able to quickly cast your spell. You take 1 point of fire damage.
Oh,
I
that
nailed
guy
it.
got ashified by 1 point of fire damage.
Rasha's just gonna pop back into the room and
I
say,
rolled really
"Ow."
poorly.
Rasha's just gonna come back to her and was like, "Sorry, I accidentally touched a slightly hot pan or something like that."
We see it
just-
like
Not try
Spitfire.
to
Yeah, you guys wanna see and just say-
everything.
Yeah. Rasha's just like, "I'm fine. Don't worry about it." Is there any indication on the stone what might give it away as a trap? Like, is it
Make an investigation check.
all the styles that activate it have the symbol of I as in the Hebrew spelling of Jehovah?
All right. Someone hit the DC. All right.
Huzzah!
So, Russia, taking a step back, you're noticing that there's actually a slight divot in the floors. As your comrades had been looking for coloration, you were looking for differences in vertical height, and noticing that, you notice that there seems to be some sort of pressure plate. Hold on. Is it a pressure plate? How do I make it seeable to everyone? It's been a
Which
while.
part are you looking at?
The pressure plates that Rasha is standing over.
You have to go to GM layer and then click on a thing and then right click it and then select token or map layer.
Ah, got it. Thank you. There. Let's see what.
Oh my god. That's a big ass pressure plate.
Dude, them some rock titties.
Hard nipples. Rock hard.
And you have ruined
Okay,
the
next.
numbers. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll be here next week.
Can you destroy the booby trap from where you stand?
You just had to keep those details going.
Yeah, of course I did.
Rasha says, it's probably not wise. It's probably just safer just to avoid them at the time being. I don't know if this thing it would completely deactivate if I destroyed it.
And if you destroy it, even if it does activate it, it can no longer function.
Well, unless it's a continuous flame or something like that, I do not know. And I'd rather not.
That would make it easier to avoid.
Can you simply deactivate the trigger mechanism instead?
I can try. I guess thieves' tools again.
Yeah, if you want to make a thieves' tools, I'll say it's for both of them.
13 and 14.
Easy enough. This is not a very complicated trap, and so long as you actually don't go over to the pressure plates, you actually head over to the pillar, to where you are able to find where those little stone panels dropped. You're able to kind of like pry them open, and then with that, you're able to kind of like cut the little bit of tubing that keeps oil pumped to this specific to this pillar. You're able to cut that, and shouldn't be a problem anymore.
All right.
It might scare someone with the noise of the panels dropping, but other than that, it should be fine.
So do I just have like a tube of oil now?
No, you just cut it. You can't really pull it out or really get your hands that far in it.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, Russia is just going to then just toss the oil pipe aside and just say, "All right, I think it should be safe for all of us to cross now."
Alright,
Although,
I'm
do
just
keep-
gonna walk around anyway.
Those thoughts can be yours and yours alone. A suggestion now. I say we draw straws to see what fool travels down the hallway.
I'll do it.
No, Kyog. Just let them keep doing the stupid things.
I'd have to disagree.
I'll
No
do
sense in letting all of these peons getting picked off one by one in the beginning of our mission.
Well,
I'm
I'd
fine
rather-
doing it. It's
I'd
fine.
rather them get picked off than me.
Very well. Volunteer it is. One soul down the hallway. Yell if you're about to be killed.
I'll certainly make sure I try. As Rasha begins, she peers around the corner instead. Just, take it slow. Don't
Oh,
want
she is a scout, so I'll just get in her way. I stay where I am.
to... Raznal, his favorite trap, the silence trap.
Alright.
Like, as soon as it activates, just Raznal's like, oh, thank God. Don't have to deal with those fools anymore.
He just really just sticks cotton in his ears, is like, this is why I became a wizard.
Alright. Rasha will just continue peeking around, just see if there's anything going to pop out.
Okay. Alright. So, as you... There we go. Where... Huh. Where's the thing?
You double click the token to open it up, Michael.
No, it's open. I can't... There's no descriptor, though.
What's at the bottom?
Under basic, yeah? Never mind, I'm an idiot. So, Rasha, as you turn the corner, you see a small room. There's a coffin. There is a coffin at the far end, but in front of you, you see what looks to be a small pile of gold, silver, and copper coins. And other miscellaneous items. Would you like to take a look through it now, or would you just like to note it?
I'll note it for now, but I won't touch it. Drow, and there's gold.
Let's say another 30 seconds passes by. Kyorg will call down the hallway. Are you dead?
Dead.
Yes, I'm dead. Do not come down, please. I'm
What
kidding.
a shame. Time to move on.
Join the club, Russia.
Yes, my brother in arms. But there is a shit ton of gold and silver down here. I don't recommend touching it.
Who
Oh,
would touch a ton of shit?
I only
It's
transform into an
Sita.
animal. I am not an animal. There's a difference. Rasha is going to like kind of just shimmy around the gold, and she's going to look at this coffin instead. Is there any like inscriptions or?
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Druidic, and Nolish, and Orc.
Looking at it, you do see there is some writing on the side of the coffin. However, it is not in a language you recognize.
Rasha's gonna say, I bet it's not T's writing, if it's my luck. Does anybody know how to read Elvish? Because it is a drow temple, so that's what she assumes.
Dope.
How do you
Maybe
know
Raj
it's
knows that.
Elvish?
It's a drow temple.
Drow also speak Undercommon.
Does anybody speak either of those things?
No.
Razna, don't you read a bunch of stuff? Surely you know them.
I do not.
Son of a bitch.
Seems legit. Okay.
Son of me. Anyway.
Do not move. I am on my way. I
You
may
speak-
not be able to speak or read many things, but at this point I believe more eyes than just yours will help.
Is it a dead end? End.
Rasha's gonna just like hold his hands like, do not touch the treasure. We do not know if it's...
Alright, Michael, I guess, despite the fact that I don't speak or know any of these languages, can I just roll to see if, just by pure luck, I happen to be able to understand what this coffin is trying to tell us?
No, unfortunately, you do not know the language, thus you cannot read it.
Well, then can I infer, like, maybe from context what this room is trying to convey? I'd imagine that if they built the room, it has to have a purpose.
You just, from what you can see, you can try to surmise anything you can, but from what you can see, it is a small room with a coffin on one end, with a pile of treasure in front of the coffin.
Do you want to try and open up the coffin?
Can I see the inscription from where I stand?
Your compatriots are in the way, but you can kind of like peer around them enough to see it.
Okay. Well, can I make a check?
Can anyone
if I
make like a
recognize
religion
what
check?
script it is?
Hold on, too many people were speaking at once. Cam, what were you saying?
Can I make a roll to see if I recognize what script it is? Not what it says, but what language it's written in.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Make an intelligence check.
Just a straight intelligence?
Yeah, just to see if you can recognize what this is.
Yikes.
With a 10, you're gathering it's probably Elvish. It's squiggly. It's got a lot of fancy, thin lines. You're guessing probably Elvish, but you're not 100% sure.
And it's definitely not abyssal.
No, it is not.
Shall we try and open it?
Can
If
we
you must.
go for like a religion check, see maybe if this is a proper burial or if it's an unnatural burial?
I feel like we can assume that this is either a trap or some kind of offering to the dead.
That is a good point, but...
That is also a very wide range to assume.
I mean, in most burials, they usually put the gold inside the coffin, not outside of it.
Okay. Can I make
this
another roll?
Sorry.
Can I make just another quick roll, an investigation to see if the gold sits on top of some kind of mechanism as well?
Sure, go ahead. Make an investigation check.
Ooh, damn.
That was very close to a natty.
You are looking through this gold pile, just very carefully trying not to disturb it. You don't see any sort of mechanical mechanism here that could be disturbed if you were to start rummaging through the gold.
Just from what we're looking at, this pile of gold, does it look like it's been set here in order, or is it just literally a chaotic pile of treasure.
It's just been dumped there. It's just you can see that it is a.
So it
Pile of
wasn't put there with care.
It was put there by someone. It's there.
It could be degradation, could be winds. That being said, the detect poison disease has worn its course, and Rosh looks to the others and says, if you're willing to give me 10 minutes, I can cast detect magic on it, see if I can inscribe anything from it.
Yes, there is definitely no mechanical trap here. As long as
Agreed.
I can ascertain. What do you mean you agreed?
I agree, there's...
I'm the one that made the check. You don't know that information yet.
I trust you.
Okay.
But Rasha hates Raz, but she trusts him enough to tell the truth on that.
Okay, so...
But I am
This
unsure if it is perhaps enchanted in some way.
This room obviously has some form of purpose, and the person in this coffin has at least some form of importance because they're separated from the other coffins.
Ooh.
Alright, Michael, you know what? Sure, I'll play the game. Kyorg is going to set his foot on the lid of the coffin and attempt to sort of slide it off the top.
Alright.
Okay, hey, Michael, as he does that, based on that roll that I GM layered, Rasmus is going to just start taking gold.
You
Okay.
son of a bitch.
As you start to, are you just like very quickly just grabbing it, or are you just like actually looking through and counting what's there?
I'm just going to try and grab it maybe like a handful.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if Rasha even notices, because right now she's focused too much on it too.
He's not being subtle about it.
All right.
Well,
He's just like staring at the gold, and then he was just like, "Yeah, I gotta take some. It's gold."
All right. I will say from that for the full handful, you're just taking the one handful, right?
Yeah.
All right. You can take 3 gold pieces, 7 silver, and I'll say 9 copper.
Rasha's just like, you shouldn't be. We should be making sure that this is safe to take before we take it. Our job is not to loot the place; it is to make sure that it's safe to stay in.
I am aware of this, but
Dare I
gold.
say, I believe the trap earlier was the protection. This appears to be just a mere effigy.
Kyrog, you're trying to move the stone lid, right?
Yes.
Alright, make me a strength check. Or athletics, either or. So,
He slips and hits his ankle.
Hernia.
So you go, so you just like try to push on it with all your orcish might, just... You just feel a little... You're gonna die in the morning. That's gonna hurt. Okay.
Rasha holds in her grotesque laugh.
Clearly, whomever was buried here is meant to stay buried here. Let's move on.
Rasha just shrugs and just is right if she tries.
Sure.
14.
Okay. I will say that is enough. So, you, just with a heavy push, you... First thing that hits you... Jack, can you stop moving? Thank you. So, first thing that hits you is the smell of rotting corpse. Of long, dead, rotting corpse. Just... Ugh! You see in this tomb what looks to be the skeletal remains of some sort of elven figure wearing this almost silver-like armor. However, it has been tarnished and taken by time, as it seems to be brittle almost. And you're looking down closer into it, and you see suddenly a shadowy hand jump out from the coffin and go to strike you.
Oh hell yeah!
Shadow. It's like,
God, that's my jam.
Give me 1 second. It's going
Alright.
to get attack. It is going to get attack against you, and then we will roll for initiative.
And Kyog's
I
all
love-
the way in the other room.
I was like, I'm done. Book it. I can't open it.
Just make sure this.
Dude, that's a friend. That's clearly friend-shaped.
Oh, 22 to hit.
That does hit.
Alright. So. Okay. So, you take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And as this thing passes through your form, you feel your flesh begin to wither and rot. And you feel your muscles just start to grow weaker on you.
Crap.
Your strength score has been reduced by 3.
Okay.
I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
Son of a bitch.
I got the initiative tracker up for you, Michael.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, Rush is still quick on her feet, at least.
Alright, we'll see what this guy...
I love how Kyle has like the highest initiative all the way
He just
wherever he's
walked
moved
over there.
to.
He's not even gonna fight. He's probably just gonna leave.
He's just like sauntered
Oh,
away,
there it is.
and he was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking reacting hella quick to this dangerous situation."
There
I
it is.
just think more it's like he's supposed to be like this really tough big orc, and just this tiny gnome was able to push something he was not.
I don't think he is supposed to be this tough big orc.
Yeah. 0 strength. More.
Don't worry, I have 0 strength now
Fucking
too.
racist
Dare I say, I
much.
do believe he's he's kind of all talk, no bite.
That is what made his like almost instant drop in the first fight against the Hooked Horrors so much funnier.
It's just, god damn it, why can't I actually have a serious character? Now I'm even trying to be serious,
to
and the
be
game
fair,
is trolling me for it.
In your defense, it's not entirely your fault because Heath did kind of create like the grandiose background for you.
Alright, so guys, so as Rasha lets out a yelp of pain and just sort of this withering coughing, Kyrog, the sound echoing to your ears, immediately knows something went wrong. What do you do?
I love the
Alright.
difference between Kyog's and Raznov's reactions. Kyog's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake," and Raznov's like, "Ooh, Shadow."
Just inferring from how far we've traveled, just from Kyorg's initial memory, since we are technically at the very beginning of this of this temple. How hard would you say it would be if Kyorg were to, rather than engage in this fight, go and get help? Most notably, all of the really powerful figures we know we left just outside the temple.
I think that might diminish his reputation a little bit, but sure.
You would know that it was quite a
Sure is.
walk. It was a bit of a walk down to get to the temple. It is underground a fair bit, not just inside the mountain, but it is. There were a lot of stairs to get down here. You would gander if you were to probably run at your full speed. It'd probably take maybe 10 minutes to reach the top, maybe 10 minutes to get back down.
Is Kyorg wise but a coward? Or is he brash and brave? Alright. I'll be the grumpy old guy coming back to save the gang.
Alright.
With a grit of dismay, my initial thoughts that things are going wrong, I'm going to work my way back down this hallway, just so I can actually see what the hell is even happening.
Okay. Start moving down there. You have. Yep. All right.
Let me move the turn order out of the way so I can actually see. Is this the thing?
Yep. It is.
Shadow friend.
So as you get down there, you see Gazrog and Porosix kind of standing in the back, now just turning to face this creature. That is your movement. Are you doing anything with your action or bonus action?
I guess I'll go ahead and, I believe I've already inferred that this thing is hostile, so let's go ahead and,
Hey, Jet, you're kind of breaking up there for me.
Proper.
Jet, you gotta reconnect your voice's robot-y. Nope, there it goes. Jet, you there?
Is that better?
Yes,
Yes.
that's much better.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What should I do first? Well, this is some kind of thing, so
Sure is.
some kind of thing. Let's go ahead and I'll use meta magic and I'll twin a firebolt at this thing.
You have to use
spell
different.
requires you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
different targets.
20 a spell requires you to have 2 different targets you're aiming at.
2 different targets.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, you
Yeah, so just shoot one at Russia.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Rasha, I'll save you. Pop, pop.
I can't just target one thing and then target the
Twice,
same
no.
thing.
No,
That's
it has to
just
be-
mean.
You have to get rid of the
That's
competition, man. Rush.
So mean. Okay. You know what? Let's not go the magic route this time. I've got a light
Just
crossbow.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Feel free to make your attack.
Alright. All of you idiots, duck!
A 22 will hit. So as you shout that, and Porosix and Gazrog just, instead of ducking, they just kind of like move to the sides of the wall.
Yeah.
So you can shoot the creature. You do land a shot in it.
Wait,
But-
I thought I paid a fuck. Oh, Reggio.
So as the bolt sinks into this thing's shoulder, you do notice it kind of like pass through. It slows down and hits the wall and like clings to the ground. But you notice the creature seems to be as affected as you thought it should be. And it just turns to you and
Clearly a being not corporeal entirely.
Alright. Kyrog, are you doing anything with your bonus action or will that be it?
You know what?
really
Yeah,
don't have
let's
anything-
do it.
Go.
I'll, since it's technically a bonus action, I'll go ahead and I'll quicken a firebolt instead.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. It's totally allowed.
Go ahead. A 12 will just hit. So don't forget to remove your meta magic points. And so as you fire the crossbow and then very quickly with your free hand launch a fireball towards the creature. It does find purchase and you can see it like knocked back a little bit and reel, but you also do notice there doesn't seem to be enough of mass there for the fire to really have the impact you wanted. But it does look rough.
What a terrible, miserable abomination.
Alright. Kyrog, that is your turn. Porosix, you're up.
I try and restrain rolling my eyes at all of the abomination talk.
Alright guys, so I've done both a physical and a magical attack. I hope anyone can infer what we should actually do here.
It probably needs to be killed by magic weaponry.
Radiant. It's probably like radiant damage that it doesn't like. I'll just gonna poke it with my banner.
Alright.
And
Go.
after I
by the
attack
way,
with a hit or
Michael,
miss.
So you were saying something about like it not having as much effect as you wanted to, and you said that both times. Are you saying that both of my attacks did no damage despite actually?
No.
It-
Resistant.
Contacted?
Resistant. It did
Yeah,
half
it's-
damage. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Attack. Yeah. Oh man.
So with a 7, you go to jab at the creature, but you see it just sort of to the side and just out of the way.
And now that I'm extended out and my flag is in front of Russia, I just wave it and I'm like, "You got this."
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Look
Thank you, I
at the
appreciate
flag! Look at the flag!
Look at that! Let it inspire you.
It is a very nice flag, I will admit. So I get 8 temporary hit points?
Yeah, it's a new flag. It has a bit of ash on it.
Yeah. You know what? Rasha's just gonna turn around and just give like the okay hand signal, like the circle thing. It's like, that's a nice flag. You know what? I feel inspired. I feel like I can fight for another day.
Alright, Borosticks, is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Rasha, this thing has taken a swing at you, landing, and you feel weakened by it. What are you doing?
Rasha is just gonna crack her shoulders, like, okay, that hurts, but I've got something a little bit more fun. And she takes out her club and she's going to cast Shillelagh.
Alright!
Shillalach.
Shalak. And she's going to give this thing a good whap on the head.
10.
Doesn't that
Aw.
say shillelagh?
Shillelagh.
Shillalach.
So,
Shillelagh.
So as you pump your druidic magic through your club, little vines and leaves sprouting from it, you go to strike at the creature, and it's able to just sort of wrap its form around your arm and then land back down. Just
Ew.
Son of a bitch.
I wish I can do that, but ew.
I can't really do anything now, so it only works for wooden weaponry. Don't worry.
I
Alright.
do so much love the fact that his actual, like, the casting thing says Shillelagh, but then the damage says Shillagaya.
I think that was just a typo by Andy when making a
Right,
macro.
Andy, but
Wait,
doing it on the club, yeah.
I just copy pasted it. What the? Oh, maybe I didn't.
So,
Thank you,
Gazrog. Yeah, anyways, guys, Gazrog the Slaver will walk up where you just hear Holy Me go, "Don't worry, guys! We got this!"
Oh god, Holy Me definitely has this. I have my utmost faith in him.
Be
I
good,
don't. I hate this guy.
God
so
fucking
as
damn it.
Gazrog the Slaver just kind of in a sort of clocked out state where it's going like just kind of
Can we
runs up and
Can we
just
just say this is like a Ratatouille situation where like
He's just
Holy
tugging on his
Me
hair.
pulling on like portions of like his shirt or his stomach or something?
nah, he's just reaching behind him and just grabbing on his pubic hair and just
Oh my god.
So no, Gazrog just kind of goes up, and with his massive cleaver, just like slashes through this thing, and you get to hear an audible cry and screech. It's still there, but you see its corporeal form just start to fade a bit, like it's as though it's very hard to see it. Raznov,
Smite!
Gotta do a level
Smite!
1 smite. You can't not.
I mean, you guys are literally at the first dungeon. I'm gonna say Gazrog's not stupid enough to blow his few magic slots on one single enemy.
5%! The 5%!
Especially one that was already bloodied by the time he hit it.
Oh, well.
Alright, Raznov, it's all up to you. Complete the mission.
And this
Alright.
is 15. What the fuck's going on? This thing is in that 15-foot square, right?
Yep.
So I can't do. I mean, I could.
Yeah, just fuck him. Kill Holy Me.
Oh.
Stab Gazrog in the back. And
Not
Firebolt.
Gazrog, holy meat.
Firebolt didn't seem that effective, correct?
It seemed like it got hurt. It just didn't get as hurt as much as you thought it should.
Yeah, it didn't seem very effective. Okay, well, I don't want to step on the gold, just in case. So I'm gonna step up into this little corner here, and I'm just gonna, between Gazrog and Rasha, I'm gonna take a stab with my Claws of Darkness.
Alright, a 24 does hit. So as the claws extend out from your fingertips and goes to strike at the creature, you feel it should have found more purchase, but again, it just doesn't seem to be able to stick as well as you thought it should. It did damage, and this thing looks really bad, but it's just hanging on there. Do anything else?
Worth a shot. Yes, I am doing something else. I am moving back away.
Noted. The Shadow's turn. It will... Seeing as Gazrog has proven himself to be one of the biggest threats, it is going to outstretch its hand and just sort of try to dive at him at his chest. But with a 6, misses terribly.
Hey, back off, shadowy bitch!
This is mine, mate! And that is its turn. Up next, Gyrog.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's go with Scorching Ray. Let's finish this.
Alright.
You get to do 2 more, because Scorching Ray has 3 bolts.
It does.
Wow, look at those high rolls. My goodness.
So it had 1 HP, so how do you want to do this?
That's a second level spell and hook.
Oh my god.
There just is no shadow anymore.
Miserable undead abomination. You know what? Let's go ahead and trick shot this. Scorching Ray is technically light. I'm going to reflect that light off of his own gold to finish him off.
360 no scope.
Sure! Firing down to the gold, it just sort of skips off it and hurls itself at the center of this thing's chest, where it just completely gets knocked into the wall and just dissipates. As the other 2 rays just slam into a wall with nothing there. You just see this 3 large scorch marks there. And you kill it. Congratulations.
I just love the fact that the
We did
first
it,
one
guys.
blew it up and the other 2 just went to nothing.
Yeah.
Let those 2 marks be all that any might remember of you, miserable cretin.
Question mark over Power Stitch's
So-
head.
You guys have successfully navigated this encounter. Congratulations.
Huzzah! Russia just feels terrible right now. Is there anything inside the rest of this, other than the silvery armor?
Just nothing but a rotted, stinking corpse.
And some silvery armor?
Silvery armor that is tarnished to all hell. Like,
Can tarnished silver be reforged? Like it's melted back?
it's the equivalent of, being horribly rusted. It's not real silver, it just has that kind of appearance, and then it's just, horribly rusted and decayed.
Okay, well,
Post fight, right? I want to walk up to the gold pile and just with a foot, I just want to move a bunch of the gold, to the side and see if shifting it causes anything to happen.
You go shift the gold. Nothing seems to happen.
Oh, then I just start collecting it.
Alright. Are you counting it out, or are you just stuffing it in your pockets?
Well, it'll take a while to count it, correct?
It's not that large of a pile. It'd probably take you about 5-10 minutes. Not even.
Rasha, did you want to ritual cast that spell?
Yes, I did. But yeah,
Then do it now.
I think Raznov will just sit down and start counting gold.
Make me a quick investigation check, as there is a little more than just gold in this pile. Give me 1 second. Yeah, easily enough. So as you look through this pile, you notice 2 things. First off, you get an additional from the gold you haven't taken. You get 47 gold pieces, 93 silver, and 500.
Hold up a sec. I got dumb bitch juice. I need to do the math.
just write it down in the
47 gold of it.
47 gold pieces.
Okay. 93 silver.
And 591 copper.
591 copper.
You also, while going through this meticulously, you do also notice pieces of scrap equipment. It does look rusted, though probably could be reforged if given the time. And you also do notice a fine-looking dagger. The blade itself seems to have almost a sort of untarnished blade to it. The handle pristine, and it looks of great quality.
I take note of this dagger. Alright, I'm rolling another will save. Alright, that's... Okay, I still failed it, so... Alright, I just tuck it away.
Are you trying to do that sneakily or no?
I mean, no, I won't do it that sneakily. I was just... Basically, the will save was whether Raznov would just be like, mine, or if it would be like, this might actually be useful in someone else's hands.
Alright, so you guys sit down and basically watch Raznov very meticulously count through this gold, taking note of the equipment there, and just sort of tucking this dagger away in his belt. What are the rest of you doing during this, we'll say 5-minute interval?
Russia is just ritual casting.
Okay.
So I guess I'll, if this is a 5-minute, that's not long
It would
enough
be
to execute
no.
a short rest.
That takes an hour.
That's not a rest. Yeah, no. A short rest is an hour, a long rest is 8.
I'll
It'll be-
call down the hallway. Do you happen to remember, my looting companions, that a certain superior of ours is essentially recording your actions through the undead, let's call it, other companion?
Do not presume that I forget this.
I am not looting, I am ritual casting. Because I'm trying to be useful right now.
And I am taking an opportunity of respite.
Did I mention that Kyorg kind of sees Porostix as sort of just a puppet, like kind of slightly lower than the rest of everyone, as a reanimated object?
You have certainly implied so.
Yes, yep. That's why I rolled my eyes. I'm like, here we go again. He's gonna call me an abomination or something if he called that thing an abomination.
You heard.
Abomination, brothers.
So around the time that the detect magic starts taking hold, would she be able to detect the magic of the dagger?
Yeah, so as you cast Detect Magic, you do feel a certain ping come on. Of Raznov now.
Well, Russia probably saw that Raznov is talking, and it's like, I sure you do not want to identify it first.
I do not have that spell.
Oh, sorry. No, I think really? I thought you did. Huh.
I literally said
Right.
at the start of the session, Raznov is purely kitted out to kill.
Right. Okay. I apologize.
He has two. has 4 spells that are not directly designed to kill people, and 2 of them are defensive. So
Would it be alright if I at least learn what kind of spell this item carries? Or at least what kind of school of magic?
No school of magic in particular.
It's enchantment.
Well, it would be
generally. Any magical item is just enchantment by default.
Alright, fair enough. Rasha just shrugs like, okay, just... When we get out, let's at least hand it over to the captain. I mean, to...
I will allow
did we just...
Grim to have a look.
it's Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Crystal, do you want to play as Holy Meat for the day? Because Storm had to leave.
I was gonna eat food and just listen.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just
Yeah.
teasing.
I got home from work.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Crystal trying to do Gazrog's voice, and that's very funny to me.
No, do Holy Meat's voice instead.
That's not as funny though.
I think it's funny.
That's nowhere near as funny.
I'm
Holy
also
Meat has
trying
a
to-
funny voice, but Gazrog has a very specific voice, and it's funny to me thinking about certain people trying to do it.
Just put the 2 voices together, senile but gruff.
You guys all look amazing today.
Now, Grassdog's voice just goes from "move, you worms" to "move, you worms."
He became British.
Yeah. Long live the Queen!
Chop, chop, let's go!
Okay, guys, let's get back on track. Enough demons.
So, quick question. With that magically inclined, do I, like with the creature dead, do I regain my strength?
You do not.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
What is your strength
must-
currently at, actually? Just out of curiosity.
10.
Okay.
So I'm just at flat, but I use dexterity and wisdom anyway, so it's all good.
You
Add up
need
that.
to sleep it off.
Yeah. Well, Rasha is just going to just continue focusing on her ritual. Her eyes begins to glow a slight yellowish hue as the spell comes to an end and it completes.
Well, if you are done casting, we should move. We do not want to waste time.
Very well. How much coin did you find?
A significant portion, probably all up about 50 or 60 gold.
Good. Well,
That's
we'll
a
distribute.
question.
Actually, no, it's more than that. It would be
How
like
much gold did you
Here,
find for the Hoard? Kyorg will kind of pry a bit with that question.
That's interesting. I do not see Kyorg here.
Stop yelling
This
to
is-
the hallway, you idiot.
Oh no, I'm still yelling down the hallway. I can hear you guys. The sound echoes.
Yeah, it's not a long distance. You guys aren't whispering.
Maybe you'll know if you were here. You could count it yourself.
I've still got spell slots. I will bounce
Anyway.
fucking spells back down through this.
do it. I can't wait to see you die in the final fight because you used all your spells.
In any case, I told you approximately how much I found. We should keep moving now.
Agreed. He's just slowly turning to the
I just
Actually,
moved
never mind.
past Kyrog. Fuck him.
Gotta have some group dynamic.
Alright. As you guys...
You're my superior, so I have to listen to you, but fuck you.
It's just that boss you don't like.
Yeah.
Rasha, can make sure you're keeping up with everyone.
Yep. Sorry.
As Rasha catches up, do you sense any magic on that statue that is booby-trapped?
Did I?
As you are passing by it, there is another ping. The statue itself does not seem to contain any magic, but the whip does.
The what does?
The whip.
The whip.
Whip. Okay.
The Rasha goes back up to the whip and kind of scratches her chin. Little bits. Although I'm not really sure if we want to go and risk it by touching it.
Perhaps we can
Well,
do so
we sh-
after we have explored further.
That'd be for the best.
There's a note on here.
Yeah. I never saw that. Put that down better.
Funny how the drow actually spoke common.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't see this before. I was
surrounded
over
by
there.
the purest of geniuses. It's obvious.
How come I just figure, like, under comments, just comment, but just written upside down?
And no one else is like, huh?
Rasha just like, the sheet just like falls over and just kind of turns upside down. It's like, oh, that's undercommon.
Okay, guys, back on track.
I suggest we head to the left here.
Hey, Gazrog, I'm sorry to bother you, but would you mind, sparing me a few points? Would you spare me a bit of healing? Not so much, I just, just keep me above healthy.
Sure.
And he reaches out and puts his hand on your shoulder, and he will give you 1 hit point.
Yay.
What a ball up.
Look,
Rasha
one hit
just-
point matters sometimes.
Rasha,
As he's gonna test when we were doing Avalon's one shot. How many times I survived on 1 HP naturally?
Rasha just looks at Gazrog and just says,
Whatever.
just kind of just gives like
I
the,
moved you by accident because I had Gazrog.
Oh,
just blows up out of the air, but it's like kind of in a humorous manner. It's like, thank you, I really appreciate it.
Shall we head to our left?
That depends. Which
What,
door do we
over
want to
here?
take now?
Yeah, because we came from down the bottom.
Yeah, I know. I'm just pointing.
Yeah, we got 3 doors. So do you guys want to hit this one now or this one? I feel like this is
Sure.
the final room
I mean,
for some reason.
I feel
Why, we
more
could just-
comfortable going through the single door before we head to the double.
Okay.
and we came from that way. It just seems like it'd be more thorough if we go this way first and then come back to this room to see those ones. We
Okay.
don't know the layout, right?
Yeah. Maybe we should send a message to the rest of the Horde telling them that the first 2 rooms are cleared for now.
Perhaps we should just clear out the entire thing before doing that.
I could just send a
Yeah.
little animal out, but okay.
And I, could
mean,
send my
everyone can
friend
read this
what's your
note.
point.
Your owl can't speak.
Yes, it can, and it shows up.
I don't think it can speak, can it? It's a scout, basically.
It copies. It's because it's a raven.
Yeah, and then suddenly in Quill's voice.
Silence the lot of you! I'm going
We
through
may
the
be
door.
So,
We keep talking over him.
So, Kyrog, as you turn to go through this door, yes? You notice
Yes.
it is locked.
Just walk right into it.
Rip.
As we see,
I'm the
Kyle
joke
walk into a
character,
locked
for
door,
crying out
suddenly
loud!
you hear the rapid
God,
voice.
can't I
Now
can't
hold on a
save
sec.
face
I'm
for
not
it?
quick.
Shit!
I'm not quick.
Rasha just bursts out laughing.
Jet, when
So
you're,
angry.
even when you're not trying to be funny, you're funny.
God fucking damn it!
Rasha just like
to remember this.
Rasha just has like her thieves tools out, be like, all right, you got these. She's just gonna like swirl like the picks and stuff like that around her fingers, and she just watches Kyrok try to open this door.
Is Kyrog taking Rosh's thieves tools or no?
No, Rasha's not offering them. She's just kind of lightly taunting him.
Kyrog is going to, in a fit of anger, and attempt to save face, even though this is going to backfire, but you know what? I've already ruined my image enough, so I don't care anymore. I'm casting Firebolt on this frickin' whip.
Oh Jesus, no!
Roll,
No, don't catch the note. They left it there.
roll for attack, I suppose.
Oh my god!
So, and in a fit of anger as Russia is taunting you, your reputation is crumbling before you, as seems to happen with this group of people. You whip around and just, like, in a fit of anger, throw a firebolt at the statue. But as you do, it just fizzles in your hand, and you just go, and then there's just a in your face, and you just go.
Rasha is going to go up to Kyrog, put his arm on his shoulder, and says, "See, it's not us that's the incompetence. It's the party together that makes us incompetent. Do you see what I mean now?"
You are all harboring far more curses than I can help.
Yeah,
Trust me, I am very much aware, and I'm working on it.
Now
Now,
you see the cowboy hat blowing in the wind again.
Oh my god, no, I got rid of the damn thing.
All of a sudden you hear, probably like shit, from the Raven in Gazrog's voice.
would you like me to open this locked door?
As you please.
Alright. I appreciate the politeness. Rasha will go up to the door and begin looking for any traps.
Alright, make an investigation check with your thieves tools.
19.
On this door in particular, you are not sensing any traps.
Alright. Then I will start picking the locks.
Alright, make a check with the thieves tools. 22.
Of
Alright.
course, it just fucking opens up for that
So-
jacket.
So, you, as you do notice though, as you are picking through this lock, this is a tough-ass lock. This is not your garden variety padlock. This is actually like an intricate mechanism, and it does take you a little bit of time for you to actually like get explore it thoroughly enough to actually get an understanding of how it's working. And as you do, you are able to get it to open, and the lock is disengaged.
Alright, Rasha will slowly begin turning the nails. Like, alright, who wants to go first?
I speed tackle the door just in case I collapse, and maybe it will make my superior officer feel better about himself.
Okay, so Poro 6, you go and rush to open the door, and again, it's a heavy door and it takes a minute to push open, but you get it open.
Oh, cool.
You do see, as you open this door, a long hallway with 4 coffins in the corners. You see a sort of 2 statues in the center of these drow warriors. One holding a sword in one hand and a shield in the other. It is a long hallway, and at the very end of it you see what looks to be another door, similar make to the ones you have already seen throughout the rest of this temple.
Do they look identical?
Yeah, you've noticed that all the doors seem to, on the outside at least, appear similar.
Does anything pick up from my detect magic?
You are not. How far is the radius on that?
30
30
feet.
feet.
30 feet.
So I can detect up to here.
As of the moment, you are not getting any sort of magical inclinations.
Well, I don't sense anything, but still could be trapped.
Well, what did the traps look like in the other room? There were divots. That's what you
Yes.
said. I
So,
keep an
I'm
eye out
gonna-
for those. Yeah.
Agreed. Alright. Is it alright if we roll perception just to see if we can find something similar?
All investigations for traps must be, or all traps are investigation checks.
All right.
Alright.
Well, since I don't have this, doesn't count as thieves' tools. I'll just roll investigation.
You guys are looking throughout the place. You're specifically looking out on the floor and trying to see what's around. Nothing seems out of place as you are looking and kind of scanning the hallway for any threats.
Okay.
Cool.
Rasha just kind of looks to the others and just gives a small nod. And she's going to begin tiptoeing her way through.
Alright. Rasha, you start to make your way forward.
Yes.
I stay by the door in case, like, it closes or something.
Alright.
So I can keep it open.
I stop at the doorway in case, like, something inside the room happens.
Anyone
Anything
else?
pop up yet?
Nope, you are not sensing any sort of magic yet.
Also, can I just say that I like this music? It's really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Real spoop.
exactly.
What is Cairo doing? Is he following or is he just pouting in the corner?
Sir, it's okay.
Jet, you there?
Is he just pouting in the corner?
I think he's just turning into the Frank Burns of this entire group. Thinks he's the best, but everybody's just starting to roast him.
No, no one's roasting him. He's
No,
just
he's-
plain. It's the universe fucking just taking a dump on him.
Rasha, is anything killing you yet?
Well, your voice is certainly irritating, but no.
Let's do have a good dynamic.
What was that, Mike? Sorry, you kind of cut out there.
I was just saying you two have a good dynamic.
I'm
It's
just
very
over
similar
here.
to the Ravenloft Cole dynamic, except, like, with back and forth instead of just... it's
Rasha just-
one-sided abuse.
Yeah, Rasha froze back instead. Alright. Well, if there's nothing activating so far, Rasha will continue down the hall.
Is the
this-
other door trapped?
Yep, that's what I'm gonna check. Is this a door or is it just kind of an archway?
It is
The
a door.
Okay.
Yeah, Rasha's moved through. I'm gonna retrace her steps.
Also, Andy, making sure when you're making your investigation checks, you are using your intelligence modifier, not your dexterity modifier.
Actually, for tools, just always investigation, Michael. I don't use thieves' tool for investigating for traps. It's just always investigation to make it simpler.
Okay. For some reason... Okay, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, I'll just
It's
use
thieves'
them.
tools for deactivating traps, but thieves' tools don't help you really find them. That's still like you being able to detect a trap, right?
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, I use kind of the rules they have in Xanathar's for tools, where
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't though,
Yeah.
Michael. I'm just saying how I run it, since this, it's just simpler to keep it separate, so you're not fucking around with it constantly, flipping back and forth.
Well, if that's the way you want to do it, Heath, then I'll
Yeah.
do it that way. It's your game, so. Russia, well then, I guess, try to deactivate any traps at this door.
are you going to look for them first, or are you going to just
Yeah,
check?
obviously, yeah.
Okay, make an investigation check. As far as you can tell, there doesn't seem to be any sort of traps.
While
Alright.
Rasha's doing that, I wanna take a closer look at one of these statues.
Okay. You see what looks to be a sort of stronger male drow figure. Short sword in one hand with a shield in the other, looking like it's about ready to, almost at any moment, just kind of like thrust forward and stab whatever in front of it. The stonework is holding up well over the many years that it has been down here. Though it does still show some wear and tear. Some of the finer details have been lost to time, and it is covered in this thick cobwebs spanning over any of the joints and little areas in between the stonework.
Sorry, real quick. When I'm looking at it, you said it's ready to hit whatever it's front of it. Is it like sword raised or sword in like like your position like it's ready to thrust?
Like if so, shield, sword, ready to just go. It's kind of like the position it has.
Okay, so shield out front and like sword arm pulled backwards, like if like it would be about to like make a thrusting attack with a sword.
Yeah. That is indeed
Okay.
correct.
And you mentioned cracks between the stonework. Can I investigate and double check for any kind of mechanisms?
Oh, when I meant cracks between the stonework, I meant like the actual
Like
spaces.
where?
Well, like the spaces in between like the arms and stuff like that. But
Yes.
but
That
you
is-
may make
that's exactly what I want to check. I want to check if there's like moving joints or something.
okay. Make an investigation check. All right, with 22. So you do. There are no joints per se, but you do notice like on the backs of the statues what seem to be these small little holes.
Oh, fuck that.
And by the way, as Rasha touches that door, Michael,
I'm just investigating that.
Yeah.
I haven't touched
Yeah.
it yet.
you have when your investigation, you're kind of looking out and touching. But I mean, you were going for the door, man. This is supposed to
Fair
be
enough.
happening all at once.
Don't worry, I
Yeah.
got this. I'm just gonna let me do that first, as Rasha was doing that.
Yeah.
So Rasha, as you are touching the door, you are moving you're examining it. You feel a small rumble, and poro sticks. The doors start to swing close on. That you're standing by start to swing close by you.
I fucking do it.
I will allow you to make a strength check.
Not athletics.
Come on, power sticks, you got us.
This is more of an endurance of pure raw strength.
Oh god, I'm just bone. I have no muscles.
Let's just hope he's drinking a lot of milk.
So as these war doors you had to push open, Poro 6, as you were standing there, you just get knocked back.
Oh, I'm
As
back
these-
in this room. Oh,
Yep.
no.
As
Before
As-
the doors close, I'd like
Ow.
to take an action.
unfortunately that was more of in reaction to the doors. They actually closed fairly quickly on you guys.
Porostic, the only reason he got the try is because
He was
specifically
standing in
said-
the doorway. Yeah.
Yeah,
in
he was
case
specific-
closed.
yeah, he was specifically looking to try to do that.
Damn it, this is some Otlius bullshit, Dan.
It was a
I
good,
hate
it was a
this.
good attempt. It was a good attempt. If you had, I was gonna set the DC at 18. I would have let you try to keep the door open for a number of rounds. But as the
I
doors-
tried, man. I was like, this hallway's sketchy. I'm gonna
I-
It's alright, man.
Jeez, man, I fucking found it as well. That's the worst part.
So as the door slams on you, you all hear a sudden as this sort of red mist starts to pool at the base of the statue.
Red? Oh,
I would like you all to roll initiative. To keep
blood
track
mist.
of what's happening.
What do I have? Fuck.
Well, I have something, but
Hold up, guys. Let me
Okay.
delete the previous initiative before you guys start rolling, because otherwise
Okay.
there's going to be
I thought you
double
already
initiatives. I did it.
I thought you
it
did.
wasn't deleted. Nope.
okay.
Okay, I'll re-roll it.
Just tell us when you're ready.
That's one right
Just
here.
go for it.
that's-
Yeah. This is it's not
Okay,
important. It's not in
so-
combat. This is just for order of what you guys are doing it in. So
Oh, I have. Fuck, I didn't click on my thing. 17. Whatever.
It's not letting me change my initiative in that order. 10.
it really
you go.
doesn't matter much for your initiative, guys. This is less about fighting. It's just your guys' specific order, so we're not
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
cluttered.
it still matters. Like people from the outside trying to open the door.
So, Rasha, being the first to notice this, the red mist started to pool in and slowly rise throughout this chamber. What are you doing?
Russia's
Can
just
I-
gonna.
So I know it's not my turn yet. Can I have called out that it's coming from the statues because I noticed it just before it started?
I will say you can do that.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
From the statues, there are holes behind them.
Russia, he begins hearing this sound coming. She is going to turn around and begin to almost slightly panic as she goes and she snaps her fingers and she casts protection from poison.
It doesn't seem preventative.
Well, I'd have advantage against being poisoned.
Yeah, no, never mind, it is.
And she's gonna just shout, "Everybody, cover your mouths! Actually, try to help me get this door open. Hurry!"
Alright. Anything else?
Rasha's gonna try to just shove the door a little bit, just like try to break it open.
Unfortunately, that would require your action.
Okay, then she'll just call everybody to come help her.
Noted. Porosix, you are on the outside. You hear shouting coming from within the chamber, muffled and hard to make out. What do you do?
It's double doors, right?
Yep, double stone doors.
I focus on one door and I just try and like push it open.
Alright.
On one side of the door.
I will say, since you are able to now be more prepared for this and are able to get more into a stance, I will say you may make an athletics check to try to force this door open. Roll high.
That's the plan, but plans don't go the way you want it to sometimes.
Unfortunately not. So as you just using your pike, you're just trying to like give yourself as much leverage as possible, but just door just will not open.
That's my turn.
Alright. Got the roll for Gazrog here, since he should
I'm gonna
still be
keep
doing
trying.
something.
Perfect.
Nothing.
Gazrog has just completely fried his brain.
He's like,
You just see a little bit of spit just dribble out of his mouth.
Alright. Kyrog, what are you doing as you see this red mist just start pouring in?
Four of us, red mist, 2 locked doors on each side. This is a hallway. You have to have the ability to survive the attack to make it through the hallway if you're guaranteed to trigger the trap just by touching the door. Did we already detect magic in this hallway?
You have.
I mean, I have it activated, but I don't know if... No, Protection Poison is actually not a concentration spell, so I still have the ability to. I don't think I picked up anything.
No magic. It's a mechanism. Trap. The coffins. You know what? I'm going to take a shot in the dark. I'm going to try and open this coffin in front of me.
God. Okay. I hope Michael wasn't mean and didn't place monsters inside these coffins.
I mean, really, this is me just kind of...
I'm not faulting your logic or anything. Oh, Michael's dead again. I'm not faulting your logic. I'm just praying that Michael was not mean enough to put monsters in here.
Comcast sucks. Anyway. Sorry, what are you doing with your turn?
Wait,
He's opening up the
That was
coffin.
the wrong one. That was the wrong one.
Well, you still rolled a 2, so...
Well, that's acrobatics.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
but the roll's
the
the
roll
roll,
takes
man.
it.
It's just your modifier's different, which would be a 1, so you rolled 3, not a 5.
So you push on this stone coffin lid and just does not budge an inch. Alright. Anything with your bonus action, or will that be all?
All of you fools, start thinking of something. Obviously, whoever was here before was able to make it through this hallway.
They just didn't trigger the trap.
Alright, Raznoth.
I shoot Kyog a dirty glance, but I don't say anything because Raznoth is actively trying to hold his breath to the best of his ability. He's gonna rush to the back of this statue. And am I right? The mist is pouring out of the holes in the back.
You can indeed see that the red mist is pouring out and just sort of
Okay.
fall into the ground.
I want to use my action to attempt to plug the holes with sections of my rope.
With your
Uh,
rope?
Oh, I'm assuming they're fairly small holes, so I'm hoping that I can like
He said
push the
robe.
rope.
Oh, rope?
Hempen rope.
Like that's
I'm
like
not-
a foot in diameter, man, because that's meant for climbing and tying stuff, right?
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
rope
it's-
isn't thin. Rope is huge and thick.
Well, I don't know how large are these holes? Are they like really tiny ones, or are they like fairly large?
I'd say it's probably like the diameter of a nickel. Or
Okay,
a
so
dime.
yeah, definitely a lot smaller. Okay, fuck, what else do I have that I can try and plug up? Oh, alchemist supplies! They would have fucking corks and shit, right?
I'd say
Not
yeah.
like an infinite supply, mind you.
Yeah, but I would have a couple. How
You'd
many?
have a couple.
Okay, how many holes are there, statue? Because for some reason I just pictured it being like 3 holes down the back.
It's more like 10 scattered around.
Fuck, that's too many. Well, there goes my plan.
I have dice.
I'll let you roll. I'll let you roll like 3d4 to see how many corks you have on hand.
Okay.
For sake of fairness.
Well, there's still like 20 holes altogether, so. Okay, instead of doing that, can I roll a, I don't know, would it be like an investigation or an arcana to try and determine potentially what this mist is?
I'll say that'd be more along the lines of, say, a poisoner's kit. Let
Nature?
you make an I'd say intelligence, just a straight intelligence check to see.
Straight intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, my alchemist supplies wouldn't help here. I need poisoners.
Yeah, that's more of along the lines of a poisoner's kit.
Okay. Fuck.
It's red. It's not looking nice, and
It's definitely dangerous. That's what I gather.
And as you're like poking around the back of it, you're noticing like it's not just inhaling it; it's also kind of like just burning your skin as you're like trying to like figure out what it is.
Oh god. Okay. Well, yeah, that is my turn.
All right, guys, roll the slaver.
Yeah, I guess he'll just charge forward and try to slam this door open.
All right, make an athletics check.
Oof, that's not going to be enough.
Nope, just
Watch out for the door! His belly bumps him.
it does give way a little bit, but it's just not quite there to like kick it open. So after Gazrock's turn, you all take
Everyone but me, yeah?
Porosix, you're fine. Everything's looking good for you, buddy.
So, are we making a save against a poison or something?
I will say yes. Make me a con save.
Advantage.
19.
So is everyone doing con saves?
Everyone in the room, yes.
Fuck.
Alright, Cam is the only one to fail. So,
To be fair, I am right next to the source, so it makes
Yeah!
sense.
Yeah.
So, as you all feel this hot burning sensation just start ravaging your bodies, those of you who aren't holding your breath just start coughing, and you can start feeling blood come to curdle. Those of you who fail take 18 points of poison damage.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
The rest of you take
Holy
9,
shit.
and Rasha, you take 4.
Sweet.
It's a yike.
That was near max. Sorry, guys.
I figured
You might
it's
want-
fine.
There we go. That's my health now.
You might want to get out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Rasha, your turn.
It's gonna take me another round to try to get this door open with thieves' tools, or I can try to open this door with thieves' tools.
Just open the door you're at.
Okay, I'll try to. Is this door locked?
Yes.
Okay, then it's time to pick and through this mechanism.
All right.
Dirty 20.
20.
Oh, I
What's
feel
the
like
DC?
the
That's
gone in
not the
60
DC,
seconds
Michael.
method is not
That
what we're
DC is
trying to
higher.
do.
You're looking at the wrong DC.
Did I not succeed?
No, that door was meant to be the harder lock.
Ah, so I thought this one was supposed to be the harder lock.
Nope, that's the open trap lock.
that was a-
that was the fuck you guys lock. That is
Shit.
meant to keep you in lock.
Wait. Heath, you do realize that DC is a
Yeah,
little
it was
high.
meant to be only by a natural. That was the only way they were supposed to ever get it.
All right.
there? Yikes.
So, unfortunately,
19.
You all cut out.
as
What
skilled
did I
as you
miss?
are, you just weren't. You're just. This is a heavy-duty lock.
Shit. Alright, and then Rasha will take her 30 points of movement speed and try seeing that this door is not giving her much leeway. She's going to go and try to open this door instead.
Okay.
But I'll show you until next turn.
Yep. And don't forget to take off that 4 points of poison damage.
I have the temporary HP.
Yep,
Okay.
from my rally earlier.
Thank you for that. I really appreciate you.
All right. Portal 6, you're up.
Trust in the Hoard flag.
I do.
Real quick. I had myself muted because my mom walked in the room. When we took the poison damage, could I arcane deflection and boost my roll to a 15?
Would you have passed? Would you have passed?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Can I boost my con save to a 15?
Can you post a spell?
No, it's an
I
arcane
did,
deflection. That's just
Thunder.
a war wizard thing. It would have worked. I'd say it would
Oh,
work,
yeah,
and yes,
you're good.
and then you would take the
Yeah,
9
you're-
damage. So yeah, put 9 back on.
Okay, sorry. There's someone over and my mom keeps walking in the room, so I keep muting myself.
You did it.
You're good. All right. Portal 6, what are you doing?
Did Gazrog impact this side of the door like really hard? Like,
You heard a big thud and there was a bit of a shake.
okay, I'm just gonna assume it's him because he's the only swole boy over there. And look, my plan is to help him by, I guess, pulling on this side. If he's pushing on that side, just want to
Okay.
do the help action.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
So as
That'll be fun.
you just grab both the handles and are just like with all of your skeletal might and non-existent muscles, you just pull as hard as you can.
Pushing
Kyra.
the magic that pieced me together to the brink.
To its very limits. Kyrog, you're up.
So I'm going to assume if this door is being pushed in that direction and pulled in this direction, somewhat of a handhold has to be being made by both of these parties, right? Which means that there's at least a small crack in the door.
Yeah.
That might be the handle.
Yeah, like straight down the middle there is it is a two-sided door.
Alright. Pot shot, maybe it'll work again, this time not using strength, let's use magic. I am going to, once again, put my fate in the hands of the universe and hope it doesn't screw me over. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to attempt to pull the whip out of the statue.
You had to be able to see.
Can't see it.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if there was a crack in the door. I can see through the crack in the door.
No, it's
Sorry.
not. It's not like a crack big enough to see through. It's just a crack that you can see that there is a split in the door.
Whoa. You're telling me they can get their fingers into the crack, but I can't see through it?
No, there are handles to push and pull.
There are handles.
Yeah. It's a door. It's meant to be opened.
Just not in this situation.
Yeah, no, it's locked up tight like a bitch, but
It's meant to keep you in. It's not a flat door.
Sound is traveling through it, though. He can hear. He said he heard us screaming.
he
It
heard
was
muffled
muffled.
screaming. Yeah, muffled, not very distinct.
To be fair, we don't know that though, so you can definitely try screaming at him.
Yeah. And I would just choose to ignore you anyway. I mean, what?
Poor Six just lets them all die. It's just like, this isn't the worst thing for the Horde. They did their job.
Describe the
this is-
room in vivid detail so I can do it for my report.
I would like to point out the irony that Parostix would have been the one person in that room who wouldn't have been harmed this entire time.
He just resists
No, you
poison,
nerf.
right? He does
You,
not
yeah, I got
Oh,
nerfed
no, you
to
resist.
be
That's right.
resistant
Yeah, that's
to
right.
poison.
You're right. That makes you resistant.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to make the attempt. I'm
You
going
know
to
what?
call through the door and attempt to order Porostix to pull the whip from the statue.
Alright. I will say...
I flip
I'll
him off,
say-
but he can't see. I can't hear. I don't know. Do I hear that?
Horror 6, make a perception check, I will say.
I hope I fail.
You are able
Well,
to hear...
my perceptive skeleton, now what?
You are able to hear Kyrog on the other side say...
Ior.
That one. Kyorg, on the other side go... The insolent fool!
Okay, I don't know if anybody's ever seen Young Frankenstein, which like, put the candle back.
I love that movie. It's a good movie.
Kyrog, are you doing anything else with your turn?
York.
Yeah, let's go ahead and make the feeble, ungodly, stupid, 0 strength check to see if I can also help him push open that section of the door.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
Imagine complaining about having 0 strength.
Sure. Sure, go ahead. Make a, nah. Just not happening. It's just not budging.
Didn't
Well, I
think so.
mean,
not
Rasha
even
is-
with him, not even with him pushing like our combined strength.
Unfortunately, no. You are just not, you guys aren't able to get it open quite yet.
This isn't working. Think of something else.
God, he's just complaining over this door, and I'm just
Uh.
like, please.
Okay, so quick question.
All right, imagine this. Okay, this is the second time this door has given me a problem.
Alright, Rasnoth, you're up.
Question about the mist. Is it like dense? Is it like falling to the floor, or is it just consuming the room like a gas?
It is dense and falling to the floor, but as more and more of it pours, it rises up.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I would like to use 9 of those cork stoppers to plug up 9 of the holes in the statue I'm next to. Just
Okay.
because a little bit of slowing is better than none.
Alright.
I assume that's just going to be my action, like, plugging them all.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to, once those are all plugged, I'm going to jump on top of the coffin and try to keep above the mist.
Okay. So as you quickly just start plugging in, you are noticing the mist in the room start to get a little lighter as you are doing this, because that is a clever idea. As you try to like keep yourself above the mist, it is rising high. I will say for your next con save, you may have advantage just because you are not in the thick of it and you are getting to higher elevation. But for that, we'll end your turn. We are moving on
Yes.
to Gazrog the Slaver. As Poro 6 is pulling and he is pushing, he may make an athletics check with an advantage.
23. There you go.
Ah.
Now he pops it open.
Alright, so Gazrog just takes
Yeah, advantage.
Kyrog, grabs him by the face and just says, move. As he just like, with all of his might, just like shoulder bashes the door and it flies open. Poor Sick, you get kind of knocked on your bony ass, but it's a welcome knocking over.
Clink, clink, clink.
Uh,
Oh my god.
As that happens, you are all able to very quickly escape the room, and as the door opens, you do notice that there is some stonework by the edge of it that just sort of opens up, and a grate just sort of appears as the red mist just slowly filters down into it. You hear the tss stop.
Oh, they even recycled their death mist. They're so nice.
They're eco-friendly.
That's why it's tasted so stale.
Did it taste stale?
It did.
Why did you taste it?
What can I say? I'm a purveyor of poison.
Do you still need to get the whip?
No, let us not touch the whip
I've
yet.
had just about enough of this idiocy. I'm taking this, and we're seeing what happens.
Is it alright if Rasha
Right.
tries to thorn whip him? Just to say no.
You may do as you desire. So
I also will attempt to firebolt his hand to prevent him from being able to grab it.
all right, roll for attack.
Does a 12 hit?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has like no AC.
No,
What?
his AC
Oh.
got changed. I let him revamp his stats because he didn't know what he was doing.
Fair enough.
But did he cast mage armor beforehand?
But does a 19 hit?
A 19 will hit.
All right, so
I just watch.
So Kyrog, you see Rasa just with her thorn whip go to strike at you, and Rasnoth then quickly fires a firebolt at you, striking your hand, burning it a little. You are over by the statue. What do you do now?
Gah!
You complain about
insolent
how
worms!
No, shut the fuck up and listen. You
Do you really-
constantly complain about our idiocy, and yet here you are attempting to do potentially the stupidest thing I've seen.
Wait until we're out of the dungeon before you'd see the whip, at least.
Are you trying to get us all killed?
I've never imagined a character who would be so frustrated. My God. I feel like an Indiana Jones villain right now.
I walk up to him, and I'm pretty sure he's like significantly taller than Rasnoth. But I fucking poke him in the chest, like with as much force as my -1 strength can muster.
I do not intend to be killed here. If you wish to die, be my fucking guest.
Well, if the rest of you are willing to hold back, I can go and try to continue trying to open that door. Do not go and touch the whip, please.
Rasha, you should see if you can deactivate those gas vents first.
That's what I'm going to try to do first. Yes. Well, I still have my protection, at least.
Kyorg will gather his senses again, remembering he did, in fact, tell the rest of the party he was trying to consider himself an equal amongst them, not their superior. So, democracy rules here. He won't try for the whip.
It's a very smooth skin idea of yours, but go on.
We just hear Ember flicker, like, oh, okay. Alright, Rasha is...
He's from a leading position. Might is right there, but obviously someone as bumbling as him probably only got somewhere because a bunch of people thought, yeah, I think he can do it. Maybe he can do it.
I'm pretty sure it was pure nepotism.
Do you think Pythons would be able to cover the holes at least? Or at least filter them so that way it's a much smaller hole to pass the gas?
Well, with the Python being a spike, you can kind of stick it in there to try to... It
Slow
will...
it down at least.
Yeah, they'll be large enough to where you can stick them in there, and they'll eventually fit.
One quick question. I'm sorry. Beforehand, the fact that we pried this door open, is it now unable to reclose?
Well, just give me a second. Rasha, you did You did earlier attempt to try to pick that lock. I'm not gonna let you keep trying to pick it. I'll give you one more shot at it now that you are under not stressful circumstances. Do keep in mind though that the trap you would know, and I will say this, you would know that the trap itself is not necessarily disabled. You just more or less just broke out of it.
Okay, can I go with Rasha to attempt to help her in deactivating the gas traps? So not the door, go up to the statues themselves and attempt to see if we can cut off the connection to the gas fence.
That's probably a better, safer idea.
Unfortunately, I will say these are stone statues that do not seem to have any sort of like way to get into them. So trying to cut off the gas, the only real spot you have to access the trap itself is
in the vents.
Yeah, in the holes in the back of the statue.
Can I try? Is there any like residue of the poison left?
No, it all sort of just filtered out. And you do notice the grate that was there is now covered by stone again.
I just want to identify it. I didn't want to take any of it.
If you want to make an intelligence check to see if you can figure out what it was, I'll let you.
Okay. 1 second.
Rasha, did you remember to take the damage off from the poison?
Yep. I took it off me temp HP.
Oh, you had your temp HP up. I didn't know you had temp HP.
Yeah, thanks to Boris Sticks.
I'm rallied.
Oh, that's right.
I appreciate that again. Thank you. That was, that probably saved my life, to be honest.
Trusting the flag.
Yes, the flag is the most powerful of symbols. I just want to check one quick thing. I just, Where the fuck is it?
What are you looking for?
Oh, there we go. Tool proficiencies. I just want to see if it was, herbalism can help identify it or not.
No, it's poisoner's
No,
kit.
Michael said poison.
So that would be alchemists, actually.
No,
I mean-
poisoner's kit.
Poisoners.
Oh, poisoners. I don't know why I said alchemist.
Because I have alchemist kit, and Michael was like, no, you need poisoners.
It is
Okay.
it is a very close tool proficiency, but unfortunately there is a distinction.
Fair enough.
That's totally fair.
Yeah. So just pure investigation.
Now for that, just to identify the poison, I'll say just pure intelligence.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no. It's a red mist of some sort. It hurt like you feel like it would have definitely hurt a lot more if you didn't have a lot going for you. Your companions seem kind of haggard.
Okay. Maybe we should take a moment to rest. Because that was not exactly the most pleasant of things to encounter, and I don't want to exactly open the trap again. Maybe there's something deeper in this dungeon that can help us open that door.
Perhaps.
So let's take...
If
Sorry.
Gazrog, or I guess Holy Meat, is willing to spare a couple points of healing for me, I am happy to continue.
Well, I say that everybody should be healed. I think that is the much more important thing, is that we all survive than just one person.
That was not my point. I think I was the only one close enough to the poison to take the full damage.
Actually, everybody took half.
I would argue against as much.
That's right, yeah, can I say?
Okay.
But I think we should at least continue searching until we are well and truly haggard.
I mean, fuck it.
Hmm.
Like, I walk over to Raznot and I'm like, "You're better than this. You do great stuff."
I mean, I could just cast Healing Spirits.
I mean, that's the
Yeah,
other
but
thing.
out of combat, is not
Right.
allowed.
Yeah, we're not in combat though, so...
Out of combat is not allowed.
Out of, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Combat only. 'Cause
I thought it was the other way around.
No, man,
keep
God.
wondering-
Oh no.
No, it's combat only because out of
Oh,
combat
no.
it's broken. In
fair
combat
enough.
it works fine. Out of combat it's broken.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Let's just
Then,
give you a
yeah, then we'll just... I
4
guess-
for temp.
We can just take a...
Words of encouragement.
But just so you know, you would lose all your temporary hit points if you take a short rest, because they're gone on short rest, though. You would know that as a Rasha.
Well, I would gain more temporary hit points. I mean, I would gain more hit points out of it if I took a short rest at least.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't
do
it
you guys
long
want
rest?
to take an hour just to sit down and take a breather? We don't have to sleep or anything. Just take a moment.
I would
Isn't it
advise
long
a
rest?
small rest.
Good rest.
If I'm being honest,
Okay.
as much as the healing, I think perhaps we can search one more room.
And that depends if this is all the same room or if it's two separate rooms. I guess it doesn't really matter. But if me or Gazrog or Holy need to go down, we cannot pick you guys up again unless you guys survive the fight.
I
Stick
am
seems
now
unhurt.
deciding for myself. I am taking a rest. You may all decide otherwise. And Heath, with that being said, I'm going to start a short rest now because I actually have to take a quick second to step away, but I will be back.
Oh, okay.
You guys just want to take a 15 here?
I was
with
like,
Blake?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
just
we
take a
can do that.
15-minute break. We'll take a 15-minute
That's
break
good.
for you, Jet. But yeah, we'll just take a 15
Yeah.
break because everybody
Okay,
can use bathroom breaks and everything. I will pause. Remind me. Recording.
So,
Okay,
So,
as Kyle sits down in a humph, Raznoth will just roll his eyes at him and just mutter under his breath, "Go sleep in a coffin."
I'd prefer if we did not open these coffins beforehand.
alright, you wanted to take a short rest.
Yeah, we should.
I think he would commit to it. He's so grumpy.
Yeah. And Rasha is also kind of feeling a bit under the weather. She's like, as much as Kyrok is annoying me, I would prefer if I could just catch my breath.
Man, I thought Rasha was a null. When did she become such a pussy?
shots
Raznoth-
fucking fire.
Raznoth's sitting here at 14 HP and just being like, "Just do one more room." Everyone else is like, "Short rest."
Rasha
Russia
is a null, and she's also smart about her scouting. There's no reason to risk death than when they could be better prepared next time.
I mean, you forget.
Besides,
But you're forgetting the other side of the scales, which is the giant fucking army that needs us to clear this out as soon as possible.
I don't think an hour is going to take too much time off them. Besides, they're probably already set out there, just sitting around doing nothing. What's 1 hour?
1 hour is an hour potential of a scout finding them from the humans.
Do you want me to go outside and tell them that we are going to take a moment to sit down and we've cleared 2 rooms? We can bring the rest of the army into the main hall and into the prior gold room if you would like.
No, I very much do not want that. I very much do not want more reason for Grummelgrimp and fucking Flesh Reaver to be like, "You guys are fucking doing a shitty job."
Russia has given up on trying to impress them, so she's just like, you know what? Whatever comes. That doesn't matter.
Again, Raznoth was never trying to impress them. Raznoth is currently very much in self-preservation mode, as he has been the entire time.
Well, if we, it's not gonna matter if we go and get ourselves killed. I say, at least within an hour, we actually have a chance to rest, and then we can continue exploring the case. We can just say that
We're
there was a
taking the
puzzle.
We are taking the rest. I'm not
Yeah.
fighting it. I'm just pointing out, we do have an army that we need to get this
Yeah.
place safe to.
We're only taking an hour. We're only taking an hour.
How long was it to attune to a magic item again?
It is a short rest worth the time. The dagger is not entombment, though.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
Oh. Okay.
It is just a +1 weapon. You do not have to attune to it.
Oh. Very lovely.
Oh.
But I don't know that fact.
Examine. I could
No,
I roll just like an-
Actually, you can take an hour to examine it to determine its properties. So you can actually do that on a short rest.
I will say over the short rest, you are aware that this is a weapon that does not need attunement. It's just a +1 weapon.
Okay. Can I still roll a hit die doing that, or am I just? That's.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, it's something. It's a light activity. You can do it over the short rest.
Okay, coolio.
Alright, cool. I'm at near maximum, so that's good enough for me. While we're resting, Russia is
Arrogant
Oh, I do
healing.
not need a roll
Nice.
two.
Look at that shit.
Okay.
I don't know why I rolled for myself.
I physically
don't need
cannot
it.
roll.
I meant to roll this.
Physically can't roll 2 for 23. I did not expect to actually roll well on my first hit die.
Sure, I'll roll again. Yeah, that's fine.
So, while we wait, what should I activate next? Should I go for the more magic or more poison detection?
Oh, why does that matter? Or is in like, do we know
Because
that
we've been
area
hit by
of-
both. We've been hit by both.
If we were gonna
for
go
the
down,
poison.
Poison?
No.
Alright.
can you?
Actually,
like,
I guess we
re-
would be able
reroll?
to.
Think of it this way. Even if you do detect poison, we do not know what it does.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you do detect magic, we do not know what it
But
does.
we were able to figure out that poison was escaping the holes in the last trap.
Because that is because I saw it before the poison started coming out.
Okay. How long does it take for us to change spells? Is it just long rest only, or is it? Can you change something on short rest?
Long rest
Okay.
only.
Long rest only, yep.
Big oof. Okay. Well,
Oh,
in that case,
I get my dice back.
I will take a detect poison disease as original casting at the tail end of our rest. Oh Jesus! My neighbors is now throwing up firecrackers.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's
It is
heat.
Canada Day.
Yeah.
USA!
USA!
Yeah. There ain't gonna be much of a USA left if you guys don't get your shit together, man.
Yes, I must do my God-given right and vote to save my
Oh.
country, the USA.
Can
You know, you
get
guys always was bragging about the United States, but what about the United Provinces of Canada? That's where it's at, man.
See, now, the thing is, you forget that, like, people that brag about the United States are the ones that, like, are unaware how shit the United States actually is. The reason most people don't brag about their countries is because most people are like, my country's pretty shit, actually.
Yeah.
Well, that's anywhere you go, really, is like, because you know the problems in your country.
Yeah, the only difference is America is so fucking loud that everybody knows its problems.
Well,
We just have to look at like one part of the U.S. and like, yeah, that seems pretty much right. Looking at you, Florida.
listen.
Meanwhile, Australia's here. Most people don't even know that we just straight up lost one of our one of our prime ministers to the ocean.
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure we've spoken about this in the game before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
he just
I
went
don't
from
think
it
Michael
to
was
two.
there for that. That might have been on Tuesday's
yeah.
game, actually.
Yeah, but here's
Potentially.
the thing, though. You can't shout your country's name and then it be as fun as saying USA, USA.
Yeah, but see, we don't need to abbreviate our country's name so that our population can say it. Shit, Michael.
Can you imagine if they chanted United States of America? It's such a mouthful.
So, Cam,
Back to the game.
I'm
Cam,
sorry, I missed what Cam said. I apologize.
Cam. So, you do realize I'm the DM right now, so
You take 1100.
Bold of you to assume that anything will protect you from me.
this
It's about time Raz got switched up.
Okay,
for,
guys,
me
seriously, back on track. We're enough
Right,
sidetracked.
right.
Let's get going.
This actually comes to life and starts straggling Rasmus off. So, what are you guys up to?
Should we go
Poison.
down? Oh, to
Yeah.
Well, with my detect poison and disease, Rush is gonna get up, crack her back, and just say, are we... You all healed up there, Kyrog? You done pouting?
Though I will never be done pouting, insolent cur.
I'll take that as a yes.
Well, I think we should head downward to the
Alright.
unexplored.
Hey, Raznoth, you meant coming along with me. You have better eyes than I do, but I have better hands. I need you to look out for traps.
Just don't push anything until I say so.
Agreed. Alright. Which door do you want to go through?
Let's head to the closest one.
This one?
Yes.
Alright. You go and investigate for traps. I will wait for disabling them.
I will roll the investigation. Fuck. I was rolling so well before. Jet took away my good roll.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, so it's roll 20 that's giving me a bit of crap. Alright. Because
I've
I
been
am...
having a bit of issues with roll 20 as well. I
Is
just
it
reloaded
glitching
the
out for
page.
you guys too?
It's
It
slightly
was
laggy when I
lagging.
check on my
Oh.
character.
Yeah, it was like lagging.
It's just slow. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
for
think
me
there's
it's
a lot on
ridiculously
this map.
lag. Yeah, well, part of it's the length, but it shouldn't affect it that much. It's just, you've run this map before, D-Rab. It didn't lag when you ran it like a year ago.
No, but I don't know if how much other stuff Michael put in the map.
It also could just be heavy traffic for some reason.
I think it's probably heavy traffic. There's been a lot of extra traffic on Roll20. I think it's part
Also
of the problem
find that
with
if
me is...
you're rolling in late night, for some reason the ISPs decide to throttle internet speeds.
Well, in
It's
any
not with
case,
my-
guys... Yeah. Well, it's not like
But with my
Dutch
10
units.
investigation, this door is safe.
Well, I was about to say, with a 10 investigation, yes, you do not see there any traps of any kind.
Is the door locked?
Would you like to check?
I will check.
I will.
Hey, you said there's no traps. If I die of this, it's on your head.
Well,
So-
you better be right about this, war.
So, you go to open the door, it does open.
Okay. Huzzah! Actually, is this just just curious? Is this just another candle?
It's
Or something?
decoration. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
a little...
Like banners.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Wait, sorry. This over here, is this like a broken wall?
Over to it, and it does seem like there is some sort of cave in over there, yes.
Okay, but so we can't walk in there? It's just like the wall has fallen down and debris blocks it.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like a little cave room thing.
No.
Okay, cool. Easy enough then.
Rasha's gonna just kind of scratch her chin. Okay.
Not look promising.
Yes, I agree. Do you think I should wear the shape?
Well, that does
But
give
then you
some.
can't.
It does give me room for error, but I'm debating if I should do something a bit more primal or more tactical, like a spider
you-
or versus a tiger.
Well,
Well,
can
do
you
not
wild shape
forget,
it?
if you wild shape, you can no longer communicate.
Can you wild shape into something with opposable thumbs?
I could go into an ape.
The sign language back, just...
Wait, do any of you speak sign language? No. I do. I'll just look at portal sticks.
I need to brush up on it. I've died. I haven't gotten used. I used it for a long time.
No, now Porter 6 learns Morse code, it's just able to just, like, use his ribs, just...
That's even better.
It's just my eyes in the like distance. Like,
Oh yeah. You know what? I think I will transform into a tiger.
Alright,
oh.
so... Do a
Keep
tiger...
the doors open. Keep the doors open. I'll sprint out if anything. I see anything.
Okay then.
So if I just get this one boosted up a little bit.
Boost it up.
Yeah, it's just so that way it's large.
Oh, yeah. Here.
So I'll just put Rasha like right here in the meantime. But I
Oh,
need
Lord
to
boy.
Ah, roll 20, stop it. Be Cooperative, please. There we go. Yep, he's got it.
Alright. And also I need access to its dark vision so that way I can see.
Or, I mean, for the time being, you could just move Rush's token with it. Just more
Yeah.
select.
Actually, that doesn't count. Tigers do not have dark vision. You are blind again.
Yes, it is. Tigers do have dark vision.
Do they?
That's
I
60
didn't
feet of
think
it.
they did.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
looking at the sheet right now.
Okay, fair enough. I thought they didn't have dark
That
vision.
was the wolf that doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, cats don't, so I'm surprised tigers do.
Huh.
I like how the dog was like, alright, turn and coat, and just turned traitor
Wait.
and became a cat.
Wait, this isn't a dog? What are you talking about? I have a tail and ears and everything.
Oh no, I hate to break it to you, Rasha.
Get it off me! Get it off! Just. Anyway.
I like to imagine Rush was actually a human once, but just like wild shape and something went horribly wrong and just. No.
It's
I know, I just look like a
So
freakish
you like to
creature.
think Rush is a shifter.
Yes. That actually would be a really cool idea for another character. I'll keep that in mind.
Shifters are such an underrated race. Shifters.
Oh no, they're great. Werebear is the best, in my opinion. I used one. It's amazing.
Well, they're not called like bear or cat or anything, but yeah.
Yeah,
that's
but like,
based on.
yeah, that's my base in mod. Just, it's
Alright.
easier to remember. Anyway,
Alright,
back to what I was doing.
So do you want? Oh shit! I should have asked you before you turned into a cat. Now, all right.
What are you doing, Rasha, by the way, besides just moving forward?
I'm just looking around, seeing if there's any of those panel things that you press down on.
Alright. I will say make an investigation check and then make me a perception check. Investigation, perception. Alright. You moving forward with your very gentle cat-like paws, very carefully feeling the stonework. You do not notice any traps. However, you do hear something around the corner. It sounds like a bit of a... You hear a bit of a creaking noise just from around the corner.
Which side? Which corner? Like this one or this one?
The one you're closest to.
This one, okay. Rasha will turn her head back towards the group and just say, and just kind of nod her head to basically communicate. I hear something. There's something over this side.
I think she's confused.
You think that she's gone full feral and just turned into a cat?
No, I think you found something and then you're not sure what it is because you
Yeah.
cocked your head, and I was like,
Would it be okay if I try to stealth my way around just to peek my head through?
Sure, make a stealth check.
Oh, I'm actually really good at stealth. Oh, dang it. Well,
Aw.
I'm good at it, it's just that I'm shit at it rolling.
Alright. So,
Yes. God damn
so as you just kind of like look back to the party, kind of like holding your tail up to your your snout to kind of give that like shh expression. You just very not so subtly just peek your head around the corner, and you see what looks to be the remains. And just move yourself up an inch so you can actually see. Just move yourself up a space so you can. There you go. You can see what looks to be the skeletal remains of these drow. These old rotted leather armor still clinging to their chest. With these swords and short swords and shields still attached to their arms. And as you peek your head around the corner, are you moving out from cover, or are you actually like just staying around the corner?
I'm staying around the corner, just I'm kind of looking beside the wall, like kind of like creepily staring.
Scooby-Doo style.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So I was just gonna move you back here then.
I'll just move on.
Yeah, right there. So,
Perfect.
yeah, they seem lifeless. They seem like they're just sitting there.
Russia is saying that there's no. I still have the detect poison disease going active since it's a passive effect.
Nothing's catching your attention in that regard.
Alright, Russia is just going to just slowly begin peeking around and then just going to take a sniff at one of the skeletons. See if she can detect anything on them.
Alright, so as you move... Hold on, before you keep moving. Gonna move you back here. So as
Okay.
you step out, you notice that the skeleton closest to you. You just hear a small creak as its head just turns and looks at you.
Alright.
And then you can just see it stand up, and the other skeleton in the room also just stands. I need to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh shit. I'm glad she's doing okay. Like, we don't need to help her out or anything.
Okay. Why won't it... Oh. Cool. Okay. Oh, cool. So, I have the... Nope.
Ah shit, that's not what I meant. No, Kayork, no. Wait, do we have the same initiative? No, he had much better. But I rolled a 4. 4 plus 3, 7.
Alright.
Sorry, I have a question. Just a quick question. Mechanic-wise, if the tiger form gets dropped, will her initiative stay the same if they have
Yes.
different initiative modifiers?
Nope, it stays the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sake of simplicity, it'll stay the same.
Yeah, I'm just curious, like how that works mechanically.
Always the case, because otherwise it gets really complicated.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright.
It's like saying you get like a dex booster. After initiative's rolled, there's no way you can change it.
Alright. I will say, as there's not been any like quick or decisive motions, you aren't able to really call out to the party at the moment. I will allow you time to do one quick thing if you want to try to alert them. Rasha?
You know what? No, you know what? I'm going. Rasha's not expecting it, so I will. I'll play it out as it is.
Okay. In that case, Raznoth, you are unaware of the circumstances that follow.
Well, that is a shame.
Sorry, man. It is a surprise. It's a surprise, so I want to play it as realistically as possible.
It's whatever.
Alright.
It's your death.
Alright.
It is.
Skeleton is up. It will have to move around the corner.
Alright, that reminds me, I need to open up a calculator. Let's do this.
30. And
Calculator.
Yeah, for my AC for my tiger.
You mean your HP, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm just
And-
like, your AC, that's like a flat number.
Yeah.
there, and it will. Oops, accidentally clicked out that. Alright, it will take it'll pull out its short bow, and it will take a shot at you, Rasha.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
It just barely hits.
Alright, you take 3 points of piercing damage as one of the arrows lands in your tiger thigh.
I'm no longer exotic. How dare they?
And that will be its turn. Rasha, you're up.
Rasha will let out a tiger's roar as she kind of just starts, as she goes for a for a biting attack against one of the bones, one of the arms of the skeleton. That one, to be exact.
All right. Make
This
your
is
damage.
12 hits
A 12 does hit.
for 12 damage.
Ooh, that's pretty good. All right.
Uh,
Oh, these guys never got health. Whoops. Well,
Tiger.
all right, so
Just
that
give
guy.
the average, Michael. Otherwise,
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry. Yeah, no, that guy is. You hurt him real good.
I pulled off one of his arms.
No, you really
No.
did. You really basically did. Like it just like bro, you just like completely. crushed
Michael,
him.
a 12 does not hit.
What?
Yes. Never mind.
So I do rip off the bone. It just popped back in immediately.
It is.
The skeleton just grabs his arms and just put it back in like, no.
It is 2 o'clock where I'm from. So
No,
well,
don't worry, my man.
you rip his arm out of his socket and you go ha, and then he just looks at you unimpressed, takes his arm back, slaps you with it across the way to getting it back, dealing no damage except a little hurt to your pride, and it sticks it back in.
I don't know why I feel proud somehow.
Senpai, how can you do this to me?
I apologize.
No. That's what Rosh is just thinking. Just like
I
a
was just
sweet
thinking like
sadness.
12. I'm pretty sure the skeleton's AC is 13. Okay.
I was thinking it was 14, to be honest.
I made a mistake. It is okay.
No, it's alright. I was just assuming it was shields and my minimal dex.
Anyway, Kyle, you're up.
Which is D-Rod.
I guess the foul abomination wants some help now, does she?
D-Rebs.
Let me do waypoints. Fuck off.
Is it slow for you too, D-Reb?
Yeah. It's cool.
I'm glad to know it's not just with my computer mucking up.
No, yeah, I think we've all had it a little bit.
Yeah. Here. That's as far as you can move. 30. I can't see anything. So Kaioshi.
I mean, this is a large map, but it shouldn't be so large that it should be causing issues. Like, it's specifically anything under 99 squares should be
He has some
fine.
cool spells. He's gonna prepare Firebolt seems like his go-to spell, so he's gonna prepare a Firebolt not knowing what the fuck it is.
So he's just waiting for something to pop into frame. Got it.
Yeah.
Alright. Next skeleton is up. It will... seeing its friend get its arm lost and then get it back, it feels bold and steps up to the tiger. And it will try to slash at you with a short sword. Does a 12 hit?
It does.
That is
Alright.
3 12s in a row.
It's a lucky number now.
Barely.
You take 6 points of piercing damage as it just stabs right into your ribcage.
That's fine.
You and your goddamn infinite health. Gazrog the Slaver, you are up.
That is Heath.
Oh, Sunny!
Hey, we're on our way! Oh, that's one too far.
Holy Me just gets more and more independence as the story goes on. Eventually he just takes over Gazrog and turns a traitor.
No! Gazrog was my bro.
He can't see anything, so he'll, look
He's
about.
tiger.
He just sees a big ass tiger. Good. Hold his attack if something pops up.
Alright. Next skeleton is up. It will... And he'll move up next to the other one, just I guess take a pot shot at Rasha.
Okay.
Why not? So, short bow time.
Oh, I can kind of see
If you guys keep
Tyra.
stabbing me, you guys won't have a good pelt. I'm just saying.
Does an 8 hit?
It does not.
Alright, and Kyrog, you would...
Yeah, I can kind of see now. I have half cover. He
I
has
would
half
say-
cover.
I would say that's half cover, if you want to take your shot.
Yeah, he will set the world on fire. Damn. Dang.
13, unfortunately, with that half cover, just misses. So, the firebolt just clips a corner and just fizzles out.
By the way, your strength went back to normal after your short rest, Rasha.
Oh, yeah,
Cheers. Thank you.
I forgot to mention that, I'm sorry.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no.
I appreciate it.
Alright.
Sweet. You can just see her gain buff once again.
Just like, as soon as the short rest, it's like you ate a senzu bean. It's just like at the end of the short rest, you just go,
We gotta go further beyond.
alright.
It's like, oh, went back to normal. Never mind.
Yeah, Parsix.
After Cairo misses her attack, and he's just like, "Get in there, useless abomination!" And I just grumbly and follow like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, piece of shit. No one likes you." Wait, please. Okay. 25, 30. Just put me here. I'm a dash. Dash time.
Alright.
Rash is a big lass. Oh, it's my squad.
Yeah, you turn around just to see these elven skeletons just engaging with this tiger that has wandered into their home.
The big question is, though, are you more loyal to the undead, or are you more loyal to the party? That sounded very dystopian, I apologize.
I don't know. That's a good question if I could hear you right now.
Yeah, all you hear is
All you hear is just anger energy.
Though I stay here where I am, maybe we do fist bump.
tempting. Alright, so Porsix, that is your turn. Raznov,
Yes.
you're up.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to move down behind Pyog and see if I can see anything. Nope. I guess I gotta move all the way there. Now I can see a guy. So seeing that singular skelly lad, I'll just firebolt him.
Alright, and you should have a good enough shot. I'll consider it no cover.
For that guy there.
Yeah.
No cover, so firebolt. Wow.
Unfortunately, that's just a miss. As you go and just like, you're about to go like say like here's how it's done, and you fire the firebolt, but it hits the shield and it does look like it scorches the shield, but the skeleton remains unharmed, and you save face by not saying anything.
Yeah. Now that
I
Jet's
think
gone,
Kyr
all of the
did
bad
that.
rolls have gone back to me.
If we get our asses handed to us by these skeletons, I'm going to be very sad.
I'll be so proud. That's my people.
I may have died, but I can at least die proud.
Yeah.
So this skeleton is up. Seeing Porsix, it's a little confused. It looks at him, tilts its head, is a little confused. Like, wait, are you on my side? It just like, again, fire to the big ass tiger as it seems more important at the moment.
You know, that's fair. Oh, we're all attacking the tiger? I got it.
Hold it down, I got it.
Does an 11 hit?
No, it does not.
Alright, so a shot just sort of like misses and like skims your coat, but just ends up just not being able to find purchase in your skin.
That's fine.
Russia, you are up.
Rasha is gonna go for a swipe with her claw instead this time. Try to get the shield down at least. That's a miss.
Nope, he holds that shield fast and steady.
Well, if you guys need me, I will be the meat shield in the meantime.
Kyrog, you're up.
It's Kyogre!
Damn you, God! Get it right!
Damn you! Universe!
He just hears voices in his head that narrates everything that's happening in his life. Just never gets his name right.
If I go here. Yeah. Yeah. And then he knows that they're skelly boys. Oh, where is it? There it is. Chill touch! Yeah.
Alright. That does definitely hit. So, I'm assuming you're hitting this guy down here.
Yes, it's that guy.
You got it, Michael.
So-
Or do you need to take care of the HP?
I got it.
Okay.
So, you send out this spectral skeletal hand and just grab the skeleton's forehead, and just as you do, you can see its bones start to brittle as this necrotic energy just starts flowing through it. It does have disadvantage on the next if it makes an attack against you. But you do deal a good chunk of damage to it.
You should have stayed buried!
Wait a minute, we're underground.
The universe!
You just see the skeleton just go.
I don't have a cam though, so I can't see what's happening.
Oh, it just flips him off. Not
Hold on.
skeleton. Next to the tiger, we'll strike at the tiger.
He's got the determination.
14
That does hit.
for 6 points of piercing, as it just again stabs you in the butt.
That does hurt.
How you looking there, Rasha?
Yeah, fine.
Buddy?
I mean- I'm not even halfway yet, so.
All right. Guys, rock the sleeper.
He'll move in here and he'll go up in the front and push the tiger out of the way to get in front of these skeletons. He'll crack the one that was injured.
All right.
Nope.
Just completely
Yikes.
misses. All right. Next up, Skeleboy. Seeing as this new contender has just stepped in front of him and whatnot, he just looks to Poro Sticks and is just like, just kind of gestures for him to deal with this new contender. And we'll
You don't tell me what to do, asshat.
we'll try to strike at Gazrog the Slaver with a
We'll miss
18
him.
to hit. Aha! All right. That ends its turn. Poro Sticks, go ahead and betray your new friends.
Maybe in another unlife, you dickwad.
I attack him with with my banner. Wacha. Yeah.
Damn! And with that, you're able to just like, as it like gestures for you, and you just get enough time to take offense. It knows you're not striking him. Looks over as you just lunge your spear right through its eye socket and just completely shatter its skull. It is big dead.
Who's next?
The other two skeletons just look at you with this confused and hurt look. The only
So
you
you're
can-
giving me that look. Alright, shit. That's me.
right,
Okay.
Rasnoth.
Ravenloft is like, skeleton's dead, what are you struggling about? And then, I see now.
There's more.
Yeet another firebolt at this one.
Go for it.
Wow.
Again, just cannot seem to hit the motherfucker.
They're just bones. How are we all missing?
Well, that's
Oh,
it.
that-
They're just
that-
bones.
Jet left, and he transferred his shit luck to me. I was enjoying good rolls while Jet was here.
Your shit
I'm
luck
just gonna-
resumed, rather, Cam.
Yeah.
He took on your burden.
I think how it works
I'm
is
gonna
bad
move
luck
back
has
there.
bottom of the totem pole, and when Jet's here, it's Jet, but when he's gone, Cam takes a new bottom.
Well, it's just because it has no other spellcasters to flex on.
And I'm gonna be back up, and that'll just be my turn there.
Alright.
Wasting anything else.
Alright. This skeleton boy will strike at Gazrog the Slaver, because... Actually, you know what? No. With this betrayal, it will move forward. And it will attack 406. Does a 21 hit?
Yes. Yes, it does.
You take 3 points of piercing damage as it lands its sword in between your ribs, scraping 2 of them pretty badly. Just with this.
You guys are
angry
green.
look.
I have a red aesthetic. What did you expect was gonna happen?
Thought you were the legendary super skeleton here to save them.
Oh no! You were the chosen one.
So Rasha is going to actually go around this Python and begin a pounce attack, so she does take attack of opportunity.
You will indeed.
Yes.
That
So
is-
I'll first let that happen.
Alright, 21 to hit.
That does hit.
5 piercing damage.
Alrighty. And she's going to go for a pouncing attack. So first it makes a claw attack, and then it must make a DC Strength 13.
Alright. Well, do you need to hit first or no?
Yes.
That'll hit. Strength save?
Yep. Of 13.
It does not make it.
Alright, that means I get to make another bite attack.
Go for it.
6 piercing.
Uh,
But that's an actual 1, so that's probably not going to hit.
So,
Actually,
as,
the face plants into the rock.
so as you leap at it, your claws just like sink into this thing's like bony exterior. But as you do, there's just a slick like little bit of water on the floor, and it causes your paws to like slip out from underneath you, and you just right into the ground.
I'm just showing off how tough my skull is compared to these guys.
Yeah, it's like you know what? Roll for deception.
I guess, is that my own deception, or?
It would be the
Sorry.
cat's deception.
Yeah, the tiger's deception.
No.
well, I mean, it's
No,
your
no,
charisma,
No, wait, no, you get to use your own.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty bad either way, so. It's just more
It just looks at you unimpressed.
confusing.
Alright.
That's fine.
Kyor, you're up.
It is prone though, so keep that in mind.
Oh, okay.
Fire's wild magic
Wait, is it
table
prone?
3.
Yes, it's prone.
Oh, you should have had advantage on the bite then.
Oh, do I? Okay, let me try that again then.
Yeah, you're making a melee attack at it, so.
13 hit.
That just hits, and you do enough damage to kill it.
Woo!
Yay!
So, rewind, you didn't smash your face into the ground, embarrassing yourself.
Actually, can we say that I did, but I just moved over lightly and just took a bite. So-
Yeah. So, you more or less just, like, dive onto this thing, and as you, like, your paws slip, you're able to just kind of, like, shift enough of your weight forward to, like, just grab it by the, like, neck and just, like, wring it out before you hit the ground.
Rasha is just a complete disaster sometimes, but I try to play it off.
You got the job done. Kyorg, you're up.
His wild magic table
Okay.
is every second spell he casts. Was that what you guys decided?
Every third.
Every
Every
third?
every
Okay.
third leveled spell.
I think level spell. Okay. He's only cast 1 so far, so I got 2 more, so he moves up here. And then he arrogantly shoots this guy with a chill touch. That's just who he is.
Go for it.
Bam. Oh, dang.
An 11 does not hit, unfortunately. This one's ready, seeing what had happened. It takes its sword and just like swipes at the skeletal hand, breaking it.
The nerve.
Alright. That skeleton is up. Not liking its situation at all, but with no real other options. You'll move over to 406.
Save me,
You were the
please!
chosen one!
Because betrayal. Does an 18 hit?
Yes. Yes.
Alright, you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Wow,
As
they
is-
did not take this betrayal well.
You hurt their feelings, man. You killed their buddy, and that's all that matters. Gazrog, finish it off. That's 10 points of slashing damage. Yep, you, it is still up.
Just go down.
Go down, you
don't-
bony bastard!
Dead. Butter sticks.
I mean, he's dead too, but he's alive,
I kind of want to
technically.
get the killing blow as much as I should just let somebody else do it.
do it.
He deserves it.
Turn to the dark side.
D-Rab, how do you want to do this?
I just look at it. I kind of like tilt my head up so my eyes kind of look down at it like the pathetic little version that it is. And I just kind of stab it upwards through the ribcage and like basically make it so that my pike now has a skull on top of it as well as a flag as it
Alright.
flaps triumphantly
So,
like a
as you,
Renaissance painting.
so as you take your pike, you have to kind of like almost kneel for a second to kind of get under it, jamming it up through its rib cage. You can feel it kind of colliding with each of the ribs, just sort of grazing past them as you take your pike and just jam it through the bottom of its skull. You hear a crack and a shatter, and its head just kind of pop off the neck. You just kind of holding up its entire body with its ribcage just dangling against your pike and the skull now mounted on top of it, pulling it off and keeping the skull as a trophy on there.
Yeah. I then make like I put the base of I kind of tap the floor with my flag. Like, I claim this land! Well, it has a
And then
skull on
what?
it.
What do you call it? What do you name it in?
No, I don't say I claim this land. I claim this for global grim! Alright, well, that's that sorted, and I just kind of like shake it off. Doesn't deserve to be on the flag.
Roush is gonna take one of the skulls and just try to bite it down until it cracks.
Okay. And with that, guys, I will have to cut her off because it is 11:30.
No,
I gotta get myself to
Yay.
bed. That's a good spot to end it.